All right, hello and welcome, friends from the PBE. We are going to be wrapping up spring training today. We'll go all the way up to the start of the regular season. I'll be hosting here, Danny B, my co-host. You want to introduce yourself?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is, if you're in Discord, Leatherneck Mike, aka Michael Diane, aka 11, aka the pitcher for the Kansas City Hepcats. How's everybody doing tonight?
If you guys wouldn't mind just letting us know how we sound in the chat. I know that I seem to always have trouble getting us to be at a nice even volume, so if you guys could help me out
Did you throw this in
by letting
Discord?
us know where we are. I did. I added everyone. Pretty sure.
Oh, wait, yeah, my screen is in Discord, so I wouldn't see Discord. Duh.
Love to hear it. We'll be messing around a little bit here today. It is spring training, so I tried to spice up the stream. I know last season I didn't have Fumble, Bumble, or Home Run, so I've added them. See if these
Fumble
play
Bumble
or if they
out
don't
of
play.
the park.
I see a Fumble Bumble and a Home Run, so hopefully you guys can see that. And maybe it'll
Were we
be...
supposed to?
It was on stream. It won't show up on your review on Discord.
Oh, okay.
It'll just show up on stream. Just try and improve the viewer experience here a little bit. And all right,
Well,
I think
Danny, it's you and me. I don't know how much more improved viewer experience you want.
that's a good point. But I mean, we could always do better, right? Just because we're the bar,
Oh, of course,
just
of
because we're
course,
the
of
best
course.
already, doesn't mean we can't be even better, right?
Right.
The dynamic duo. That's right. That's Sam,
LBG, who the hell is he?
right? So I don't think today we don't have any majors games, and it looks like they'd already did the minors games.
Okay, so these are done.
They did focus on minors games on Thursday, so we're gonna focus on majors, but we'll probably drop down, for one or two games of minors action. So I'm gonna go ahead and advance this here. Finish the day up.
Danny, are you taken? Because you have a potential lover in chat.
Everybody knows that me and Dylan are in some sort of relationship, and I will not elaborate.
Spicy meatball.
We probably should have done like a straw pool or something. But does anyone in the chat have strong feelings about what game we play first? Probably try to do a majors game first.
Scroll up.
We got Mounties,
I don't know if there's any
Indies,
good
Demons,
ones today.
Detroit. No, that's Dylan. So let's see. Try to.
I mean, Detroit and Nashville could both be, because I'm trying to think of okay, what would be a matchup in your regular season that would mean something and be kind of how they do the national preseason games or whatever, and they're like, hey, this one could be later on. Here's the building blocks for months down the road. I don't think there are any. The only two I could think.
Dylan's going to be mad at me, but I think we should probably do the Apex because I've seen 4 unique users say Apex, and I've only seen Dylan do Demons. I want to do Demons too, so maybe we'll call it 2, but I think that's still 2 to 4.
Wait, what drama does Voyager's OBX have? Oh, Dylan's excited because he's pitching.
He is. But Dylan, you're going to pitch again. I'll tell you what. I'm going to keep my eye open. Your next start, we'll do Demons. There's going to be more than 4 days, and I think we have a 4-man rotation. So why don't we?
Yeah.
We're gonna hop into the Apex game here, and we'll keep our eyes open, and we'll see Dylan's Demons game his next time up on the mound.
All right. Well, let's do it then.
Yep. So I don't think this is going to surprise too many people. There is an advantage here for the Apex in the number 3 spot, and that is a key role, just before the cleanup batter in Michael David. But for the most part, we're seeing a lot of Scorpion advantages here.
Yeah, I mean it is number 2 pick versus last pick, so.
But they do have new uniforms, I think. I believe that this is the
and a new logo.
New logo debut. Oh,
Oh,
not new
not
uniforms,
even
new
uniforms.
hats.
Okay,
All right, so
okay.
Josh lied to me, and that's why we're watching this game. So if you didn't want to watch this game, blame Josh. And without any further ado, I guess I'll take the first game, and I'm just going to hop right into it if that's good with you.
That's fine.
I think very fast is what I normally have it on. Let's get into it.
Or at least I hope it was. Or you're gonna have to be an auctioneer.
Well, I can speed it up in the game if necessary. Let me get this out of town scoreboard going. Although I don't appear to have any game sound, which
I'm always doing that. We got 2 ground outs here in the first. I'll just cover for you while you're trying to fix some things. You don't have to pause to fix things, but I think you do.
I
Yeah,
think
you
I
do.
do. Yeah. Oh, these aren't really game options. Where is? See, that might have done it. Um, Bear with me for just a moment. Spring training is also for us casters as we work out some kinks that
Yep,
pop up
yep.
here
We're
and there.
stretching out our vocal cords and our fingers and OBX skills and OTP skills.
And oh, I hear sound, so that means you guys should also be hearing sound. Um, Let me see. Yep, it should be at a good spot so it doesn't blow out our eardrums. Sorry about that. I believe we had 2 ground outs to start us off, and I'll keep us going now. Don't pause between at bats.
Are you gonna put the scoreboard up?
Yes. Yes,
There
I
it
am.
is.
Oops. Should be good there. Let me move
That's
these
why I'm your
over just a
wingman there,
little
Danny.
bit. Absolutely.
Remind you of the
Appreciate you
important things.
keeping me honest here, so to speak. There we go. All right. So we got Michael David up, the first baseman for the Apex, and he'll ground out. So that's 3 ground outs for Harry Styles to start off the game. First name, last name, who I believe was the World Series MVP, will now ground out himself. I am Fullman stepping in now from the left side, and he'll get that past the shortstop into center field. He'll make a big round to first, but head back. We got Peter LaFleur, and he'll strike out. He was hunting a pitch outside. James Love in now. He grounds it to the third baseman, and they take the easy out at first. I'm sorry, that is the third out, so they'll take the final out at first, and retire the side. Which will bring in Watermelon Walrus, second baseman for the Apex. That's past the first baseman into the corner. He's rounding. This is going to be close. He's standing into second. I guess it won't be close as the second baseman holds onto the ball there. Magicomo now, and that's into the right field corner through the wall.
Um,
The player hulked Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, right through the wall. Played the ball in, but not soon enough to prevent the RBI. As Strobel takes a walk, runners first and
Good
second.
news. We got a fart back from the dimension that he went to.
That's right.
He's back
Strikeout
in.
there. Sir Doctor Javier Dominguez Jr. He'll strike out as well, so that retires the side. Oh, nope, it doesn't. I can't keep track of outs right now. I apologize. That'll be into right field, caught by the right fielder, so McCullum not able to get the ball on the grass, and that will be
Come
the
on,
third out.
Danny. Step it up.
I'm trying.
You're a step
Lefebvre
behind.
coming in. He hits it to the third baseman over to first. He's out. 1 out. I can count, I promise. Cologne. And he gets that into the right field grass. He's safe on first. Aram will step in, still 1 out, runner on first, and that one's going deep. It's going far. I might get to test out my home run button. No, I don't. Caught just shy of the warning track. Afford in a pickoff move. It looks like he was picked off. So don't see that one too often. Quick pickoff move there by Fukiaje Tokoyami.
You sounded so happy to test out that button.
I was ready. I'm going to be ready. I'm probably going to hit the wrong one and play the fumble bumble on a home run as Winston takes a walk and Hood strikes out.
Casper fumble bumble.
Yeah, really. Michael David, he's going to hit that one high, but it'll be playable for the left fielder. It's caught. 2 outs. Still runner on first here for Walrus, and that one's hit straight down the middle. Center fielder runs back, tracks it. He makes the catch. And we'll head into the bottom of the third now with Affert. He hits that to the first baseman. He'll step on the bag himself. We got Sim in now. Good fantasy pick. I wanted him, but he got sniped from me, and the shortstop plays that just shy of the dirt there. First name, last name, taking a walk. I am Fullman coming in. He'll take a walk, so runners first and second on back-to-back walks with 2 outs. Peter LaFleur, he hits that to the second baseman, over to first, and that'll retire the side. And top of the fourth here with Magicomo, center fielder for the Apex. He'll strike out. How are you guys loving these new hats, by the way? They're red. They have an A on them. As Strobel hits that one into left field, it hits grass, so he'll be safe on first. Bend over. That's over to third, and they'll go for the double play. That's the old 6-4-3 double play. That'll get him out of the inning. So Apex holding on to this 1-run lead. They weren't able to add there, and Death Valley will try and get their name on the board as Love strikes out and Lefebvre grounds out. We got Willie Colon, and that's hit past the shortstop. Kind of rolls into the outfield there as he's on first. Aram stepping in, and it looks like a hit and run play was on there as he took off before the ball was hit, and that'll get him all the way to third on the little bloop single by Aram. So Afford in now with runner in scoring position, but the out is made at second, and that'll retire the side. Sir Doctor back up again. He hits that into left field. That falls. He's safe on first. Brendan McCullum, former Swiftie, first season here with the Apex. He'll strike out. Jay Winston with the runner on first. He hits that past the shortstop. Maybe looks like he got a glove on it, slowed it down a little, but not able to come up cleanly with it. Runners first and second now with the 1 out, and they'll go for the double play. No, they won't. They'll just take the force play at second. Runners on the corner as David steps in and hits to the second baseman. And neither team able to get these runners home. They're able to get runners on, get them over, but not all the way. As Sim hits that into left field, we've seen a lot of leadoff men get on and not be able to score. So let's see if Death Valley can kind of change the song here. As that's hit into the gap. He's rounding second for third. It's a double. Looked like he was going to break for home, but decided against it. It was still no outs. Second and third for the Scorpions, your World Series champions. That's hit into left field. He's tagging. He's trying it. He'll slide in. Both runners advance, and it looks like he's safe. So the game's all tied up now at 1 apiece. Runner on third here for LaFleur. That's hit over to the shortstop, but the run will count. So a little sack hit there. And that's hit over to first by James Love. They throw it to the pitcher, but the wheels of Love allow him to beat that out. Lefebvre in now, and he hits that into right field. Playable and caught to end the inning, but not without doing the damage, as Death Valley Scorpions are now up 2-1. Top of the sixth here with Walrus. He hits that to second, over to first. That's an out. Magicomo steps in, batting from the left side. He'll hit that to the second baseman as well, giving him a workout, but he's able to play these balls well. Strobel in now, and he strikes out. So Harry Styles moving along here pretty cleanly after only allowing that 1 run. Jamie's not Winston. He gives up a walk here to the leadoff batter. Aram is in, and he bats into the double play. A little 2-6-3 for you. I'm sorry, 4-6-3. As Afford steps in, he strikes out, and that'll end the 6th. We head into the 7th now with Bend over. Hit up the middle, into center. He's on first. Sir Doctor steps in. Heats that to third. They'll go for the double play. 6-4-3, double play. I think that's, the third double play of the game as Brendan McCullum steps in. Hits that into right field. It'll find some grass. Winston steps in, and he hits that past the second baseman. We got runners first and second now, runner in scoring position for Hood as they try to tie the game up here. It's hit softly to the pitcher. He plays it well, and they get the out. So we'll have our 7th inning stretch now as we head into the bottom of the 7th with Death Valley. Sim steps in. He takes a walk. Leadoff man, first name, last name is in. As Sim goes for the stolen base, he got a great jump, and he's safe. First name, last name, continuing his at-bat here. That's hit a mile high. First baseman coming in. Maybe the second baseman. Looked like actually the pitcher and the second baseman. And Sim is out, reaching for third. It looked like maybe he thought the catcher dropped the ball there, but he was able to recover and make the throw. As I Am Fullman grounds out. Running out of time here for the Apex. Tried to check his swing. They call him out anyway. Walrus. He hits that into right field. It looks like it'll fall. It does. He's on first with just one out. Magicomo. From the left side, he hits that well. And it's gone! I hope this is the right one! Oh, it didn't even... Interesting. I guess hitting that button advances the stream, but I think the home run thing maybe came up. Maybe not. We'll work on it.
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either. We'll have to play around with it as LaFleur steps in. That's in the left field corner. Safe.
Golden Graham's your new pitcher.
Yes, he is. Golden Grams for the Apex as he gives the leadoff double there. James Love in now. He'll sky that into center. LaFleur stays on second. LaFerb in now. He hits that to the third baseman. Looks the runner back. Throws over to first. 2 outs now. Runner in scoring position. So they'll walk Willie Colon. Need to get out of this inning with the lead intact if they're going to win this, I think. But that's going to be on the ground. And the runners are going. One runner comes home, one to third. And that'll tie the ball game up here in the bottom of the 8th. As Aram delivers a big at-bat. And now Afford steps in. Takes a walk, so bases juiced here for Sim, who I think started this inning off. Might be wrong there.
I think you're right.
And he'll fly out into left field. So the Scorpions are able to put one on and tie the game up here in the top of the 9th. As the Apex try and get another one on the board so that they can win this thing. That's on the ground in, center left there. Brendan McCullum. Oh, that's a passed ball by the catcher. Do we get fumble bumble?
Yeah, that one off.
As we get a walk here to load the bases for Winston. Hood will come in. He tries to check the swing, and there's another strikeout on the check swing. The first base umpire having none of it. As Michael David, looks like that ball was caught, and the runner got back in time to not be a double play, and that ball will get down. So Walrus will get 1 RBI. He'll get 2 RBIs as the Indianapolis does take the lead, 5-3. Magicomo stepping in now. That's on the ground to the third baseman. He gets it over to second. So they retire the side finally, but give up the 2 runs. So Indianapolis closer will get up now. And that's going to be Michael Jordan trying to save the game. Or I think he was in last inning, so maybe it's not a save, but try to hold this close run, close lead either way. As first name, last name gets on base, and I am Fullman hits one into center. Runners first and second, no outs. Strikeout for LaFleur. James Love, he's batting over 300. Oh, and is this going to be a walk-off? No, it'll be caught. The runners don't tag, so first and second, 2 outs. Final hope comes to Elliot Lefebvre, and that's hit into left, and that one might be gone. And that one is gone, so that'll be a walk-off home run for the Scorpions. The Apex looked like they were going to get it done in these shiny new uniforms, but disaster struck as Michael Jordan just wasn't able to close out the inning. So there you have it. 12 hits apiece, 6-5. The game was really back and forth. It was close. If you had told me coming into this that the Scorpions and Apex would have such a close battle, might not have believed you. So we'll go down the line.
I'm getting breaking news into the booth. It turns out that the Michael Jordan that closed this game was the Wizards Jordan. Not the Bulls Jordan, hence why the clutch gene did not exist.
That makes a lot of sense.
It was the Wizards Jordan.
A costly mistake there for the Apex.
Right.
Magicomo is our batting star here for the Apex, 3 for 5 on the Death Valley side. There's a couple 2-hit days for a couple people. 2 for 3 with a run and RBI stands out for Fullman. 3 RBI day for Lefebvre with that walk-off home run. And we'll go down to our pitching lineups. We had the starters not getting decisions. Tokiyami going 5, gave up the 2 runs. Styles going 7.1, giving up 3. Jordan does take the loss. Does not get the blown save because he came in the 8th. Sims will take the win after just getting the 1 out. And Watermelon Walrus is our player of the game. He went 3 for 5 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. I'll take us through the rest of our box scores here. We got Fox's Vandals. The Vandals beating the Foxes 7-0. Going down the line. Looks like Kashimo's pretty much held almost hitless. They only got those 2 hits the whole game. Meanwhile, on the Vandal side, a 3-hit day for Johnny 2 times. Two for four day for Shitterme. Scrolling down, we got Nacho Varga getting the loss for Kashima. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs. Bentley will get the win. He's 2-0 in spring training, 4 innings pitched, gave up the 2 hits, but no runs beside that. So how about that? Vancouver's bullpen with Jabs, Kidd, and Santo uh, not giving up so much as a single hit. And Johnny Times 2 will be our player of the game. It has been a minute since I did this. Rougarous Sloths. The Rougarous get it done 5-1. Going down our batting line here. A 2 for 4 day for Bonanza. A 2 for 4 day for Geronimo. Going down the Sloths hitting line. Just a couple of one-hit days. So looks like pitching has kind of been the story here in a couple of these games. McQueen getting the win, starter for New Orleans. 4 innings pitched, no runs, no hits. And Ryan Rose will take the loss. He gave up 3 earned runs in his 4 innings, and Richie Bonanza will be our player of the game. Demons, Stars, the Demons get it done. Nope, they don't. The Stars get it done. I just want the Demons to get it done. Okay, it's going to be a sad season for some of us, but we'll power through it. On to bigger and brighter things. We had a 2 for 3 game for Ben Stacking Paper. 2 for 3 day for Geist. 2 for 3 day for, oh, I'm sorry, it's 2 RBI, 1 hit day for McGarth. Going down to pitching, Wilson really wanted to watch his game, but maybe it's better he didn't as he gets his third loss here in spring training. 4 innings pitched, gave up 5 runs. And Barack Obama will take the win. He went 4 innings, gave up 2. Lunchbox McGrath will be your player of the game. We got Crabs for Raptors. Raptors taking the win here. 3-0, as the Crabs are only able to get 4 hits in their performance. Going down the hitting line, Antilles, he's 2 for 4. On the Boise side, we got a 2-hit day for Iso, a 2 for 3 day for Anderson. 2 RBIs for Doctor. Is that J Doctor? J Doctor it is. Euriquides Garcia, he gets the loss for Providence. 4 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. Brett Lemieux will get the win for Boise. 4 innings pitched, 0 runs. We'll get a save for Orion? Mac Orion, that's what I've decided. And Chris King will be your player of the game. We just watched that one, so we'll instead go to Toros Supernovas as the Toros take a win, 7-3. In the Cancun side of the house, we have a 3 for 4 day for Hank. He got 2 RBIs to go with it. 2 for 4 day for Carter with 3 runs and 2 RBIs. On Sarasota's end, we have a 4 for 4 day for Bridget Westfall. Only 1 run and no RBIs, but anytime you go 4 for 4, it's a good day. We'll go down to Striker Spinrate getting the win for Cancun. He went 4 innings, gave nothing up. A couple holds for Cyreek and Jose 43. And Camden Good will get the save. 1.1 inning pitched, gave up 1 run. Pozo taking the loss for Sarasota. 4 innings, 2 earned runs. And Ace Carter will be your player of the game. He went 2 for 4 with 3 runs and those 2 RBIs. And finally, for the majors, we've got Aviators and the Voyagers. Go to our box score here. The Voyagers winning 4-3 in extra innings, so a walk-off in extra innings here. It looks like R.J. Menard hit a walk-off solo home run versus Farias. So we go down the batting line here. A hit apiece for every player on the Outer Banks side. It's one you don't see too often. A couple RBIs scattered throughout. And then on the Voyager side, we have a 2 for 4 day for Menard with 2 runs and an RBI. And of course, he had that solo shot that gave him the win. Your starter for Outer Banks was R. Funk. He gave up 2 over 4. And Sivart for New York, he went 7 and only gave up 3, but neither was able to get a decision. As Shu gets a blown save here in the 5th and 6th innings. He went 2.1 innings, gave up 1 run. And Farias gets the loss, 2.2, 1 run given up. Washington will take his first win in spring training. He got 2 outs, including a strikeout, and didn't give anything up. Savart will be your player of the game. And we'll check out the minor leagues now. We've got State College and the Dillos. State College taking a win there, 5-1. Two-hit day for Haka Haka. On the Amarillo side, as they make tons of substitutions this game, 2 hits for Pawalowet Joe. Going down to pitching, we have Jake Plummer getting his second win in spring training, 4 innings pitched, 1 run given up. Is that Joe Crab, Jose Crab? Jab Crab. He'll take his first loss in spring training, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. Hold for Grisselman and for Rodriguez Jr. And Jimmy Smith will be your player of the game. Mounties Wheelers. The Wheelers are taking the win here, 9-7. Going down our batting line, we have a 3-for-4 day for Tex Walker, 2 RBIs and 1 run to go with it. 3-for-4 day for Sailor Twift, a 3-for-3 day for Dominic, as they both get 2 RBIs and 1 run besides those 3 hits. On Kingston's side, Balls will take the loss. I believe yes, it is Harry Balls taking his second loss, 3.2 innings pitched, 7 runs given up, so not a strong start there. Ladrian will take a W. He gets 4 innings, gives up 3. Not the strongest start, but good enough for the win there, as Sailor Twift is our player of the game.
And I had my scouts at this game, Danny, and I think the problem with the Harry Ball start is he tried to beat around the bush a little too much. He didn't just go right at it in the strike zone. He really beat around the bush and went out onto the edges of the plate. And unfortunately, Anchorage knew that and went after him for it.
Well, there you have it. There's our expert scouting report for Michael Dion. I always say that wrong. I'm terrible at names, in case you haven't met me. As Dynamos and the Hepcats clash, the Dynamos will take the win there, 6-5, close game. Looks like a Bloomfield run-scoring single was the decider, as we have a 3-for-5 day for Johnny Tsunami of the Dallas Dynamos. And on the Hepcat side, we have there's a 3-hit day, 3-for-4 for Elliot Alderson, the catcher. He got 2 RBIs and a run to go with it. Pitching, we have Johnson starting for Dallas. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 earned, 3 total, as Jay Brown gets a hold and Jay Stiles gets a save. 1 inning pitched on that save, nothing given up. And Thomas Palmer for Kansas City, he'll go 4 innings, give up 5 earned runs in his start. No decision there as Dasani Voss takes the loss. 1.1 inning pitch, just gave up the 1 run. And Elliot Alderson will be our player of the game. And our final game on the day, Kingpins and 66ers. The Kingpins are taking the win here, 5-2. Looks like they pretty much had it in their favor from the 7th inning on. A couple of 2-hit days here for Jacob and DeCesar. On the San Bernardino side, not so much as more than a 1 hit for Linus Riverboat and 1 hit for Randy Myth. Pitching-wise, we have Scoochie Dart going 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, so he gets no decision. It'll be Luciano coming out of the bullpen and getting the win, 1.1 inning pitched, gave up a run. And Ricky Hammer, he'll get his 5th save of spring training, pitched 1 clean inning. Tachibana on San Bernardino not getting a decision either. Both starters going 4 innings, giving up no runs, and then getting the hook. It'll be Bobo Bones taking the loss, 2 innings pitched, 2 runs given up. As Nicolo DeCesar is our player of the game. And with that, we will finish today up. It looks like it's Monday, April 5th. We'll go to Tuesday. Nothing in the minors today. But we do have some majors games. I'll let you take it. I mean, you can really choose unless there's any strong opinions in the chat again.
Well, if you want to burn a game back-to-back, we do have, if you scroll up, it was the second one. It was Vancouver and Cancun, and both 11-2, but, I mean, it is spring training, so we could go into that one if you want, or we could just go through the day.
Well, let's do it. Let's get another one out. Looks like it should be an exciting game. 2 strong teams.
Yeah, I mean, 2 11-2 teams, the Vancouver Vandals and Cancun Toros, both teams have a very good history here in the PBE. But if you look at the matchups, this one seems to favor the Toros. You know, Vancouver, not the best year last year, overperforming in spring training, some would say, but Yeah, we'll see what they do in the regular season. Let's get into spring training game number 2 of the night. And it's going to be Nate Pearson on the bump for the Toros. He's had a bad spring training. 11 and a third, 10 earned runs. Now, he's not going to do that in the regular season. That's just not the kind of pitcher he is. He's a better pitcher than that. But if he has a rougher than average year, it could be tough sledding for Cancun as he lets Times on first and Sessions and Lodge pop out. Gibbles is not going to get to bat because that's a throw him out from behind the dish as Times goes down at second base. And a Ripsbond has had a great spring training, but that one gets ripped out into left, and that's caught a 1.35 ERA and 13 and a third. He's 2-0. It's Salmons and Knox that go out first, and Ace Carter gets on first base with a walk. And now here's last year's home run champ Anthony Bauer. That's bounced to short. Got him at second. So no score after one. Vancouver's the only side with a hit. Now here's the Gibbles at back that he didn't get to take, and that's fly out. Mr. McMuffin, and this is launched into left. Goodbye, baseball. And Pearson continues to struggle. Here in spring training, that was gone by a long shot. And it was gone for a while. 1-0 Vandals. And Dragon, that is I guess that was supposed to be a bouncer. Kind of look like I dropped third. That's kind of weird. And Shidermi strikes out. So Pearson gives up the one homer. And here is Farrell Hank. Hank flies out into center and fitted now. He's going to pop out to the third baseman. The catcher was going to get that. Cade Munson behind the plate. He strikes out. So Pearson's going to have to go back to work. I can't imagine it's a pitcher-catcher issue. It's just Pearson not having a good spring training as he ages.
I want to say this is.
Launched.
I was going to say this is Zach Mouse's first season, but he's on Vandal in the majors.
Oh, I thought that name looked familiar. Wasn't he a Kingpin last year?
Yeah, I think he was a catcher.
There's a run. Apparently, shortstop didn't want to throw the ball at the home plate. I thought that was kind of done there. Sorry, I missed that run. 2-2 here, and that's strikeout for Pearson. Yeah, and Mouse, Vancouver, if they're going to come back and start doing well again, they're going to need something out of the rookies. And 4 homers and 13 ribs and batting 367 in spring training is nothing but a good thing. Bottom of the order now, it's Hopman. He flies out, and here's Rudderwash. Bounce out to second, on to first. Toro's got nothing going at all. Salmons, yeah, he's gone. No hitter still in tech through 3. Only took 10 batters to get through 3 innings. That's not a good sign. And now Pearson's going to walk Gibbles on the other side of things. And here's Muffin, a guy that, if you're Vancouver, you would really like to see get going. He's not going to get going there. Here's Dragon. This is in the left and caught. Shidermi, this is into center, and it is caught for the last out of the inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th, and here's Knox. He strikes out. Ripsbot is having a great game. Ace Carter now lofts one into center. And it's been about 4 innings for everybody. So this could be it for Ripsbot. Kind of depends. But if he's rolling like this, you got to let him go. Because then maybe you can carry this into the regular season, pitching this well through 20 or so innings if you can get him to that number. It is Hidetoshi Shinkason, sorry if I said that wrong. He's in, so no more Pearson, and that's a guy you want to give the hook from to try and get him going. As Avon strikes out, I think he was in the minors last year too. Johnny Times singles that one into right, although I could be wrong on the Avon thing. And here's Sessions. The 0-0 to him is driven into left, and that is, it goes into the left fielder's glove and back out, so that's second and third. Here's the 3-1, and that's a walk. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And now here comes Gibbles, and you can't afford any more damage. But that damage is going to be done. Gibbles into left, scores 1, it scores 2. Is it going to score a third? Yeah, they're going to count the third, even though the tag out at first. Score must have happened first.
Yeah, they got him at third there.
Or got him at third, I meant. Score must have happened first, though, so that's 3 for the Vandals.
Maybe it was just trying to take the play away from home, maybe.
Here is Hank. He's grounded out. Rip Spot, by the way, still in the game. And fitted walk. Second walk of the day, so no perfect game ended or anything. The 1-0. Steal coming from fitted, and that's in to center field. That's a runner on third for Cade Munson. Munson hit 333 in spring training, and he smashes this to left. Gone.
And there goes the no-hitter.
There goes the no-hitter.
There goes the no-hitter. There goes the shutout.
Before the game, I talked to Justin Ripspot, and I told him to not bring that big red towel out to the mound with him. He just didn't listen. I told him, they're a bunch of they're a bunch of bulls. They're gonna go right through it. Here's Tanner Huntman to first. At some point, anyway. There's a bobble at second, so that's an error. We now got 3 errors in the ball game, and it's first and second, and a double steal. Nets a double steal. 2 strikes, 1 out. Now it's 2-2 for Salmons. Nobody's going to score because he did just about the worst thing you can do. Knox is going to walk, and here's Ace Carter. And you want Bauer up in this situation, so Carter's got to get on. Because Bauer can untie a game, and Carter's going to get out. So not the way you wanted that inning to end, but the way it started was great. If you're Cancun. If you're Vancouver, you're happy you escaped with only 2 runs of damage. Just inside, he gets one, levied off him. Oh, nice catch out there and left by Hank there. Another nice catch by Hank. Dragon and Shadermi go same place, over-the-shoulder catches from the left fielder. And we had the bottom 6. Rip Spot walks Bauer. Here's the 3-2, and Hank is going to strike out. Now I question where Rip Spot is, because now you're getting near 100 pitches in a spring training game. And I know you want to warm the guys up, but you don't want to burn them so that you're in a playoff run and you're like, well, where's my arm? Speaking of where's my arm, where's that ball? Cade Munson goes yard. See you bye. It's 5-5. Here's Hotman as he strikes out. Now it's a tie game all of a sudden. Rip Spot still in the ball game. 114 pitches. Rotor wash. It's thrown out at first. And I can't imagine we see Rip Spot again to start the 7th.
Yeah, I sure hope not. I'd be fuming with my manager if he brought me back out.
But will we see a new Toro pitcher? No, we won't. They're going to stick with just inside. He only threw 8 pitches in that inning. Got to give him a little looser than that. He gets it out at first. That was Mouse. And here's Avon. Avon into right. This is... Oh, it's caught at the wall. Here's Times. Walked him on 3-2, and here comes Sessions. This is going to be trying to steal Munson. Guns it down.
Look at that arm.
Sir. This is a no-run zone. They tried to stretch Times out before the 7th inning stretch, and that's why that didn't work. His hamstrings weren't stretched. Here's Tilapia Salmons flies out. Salmons. Here's Raven Knox. This is... Is that in the stands or this caught? Okay, I guess it was caught. J.A. Jabs on the mound, by the way. So they let Rip Spot get to 6 in the 3rd. And now Jabs in the ball game for them. Side is still here. He walks the guy. A guy he walked to was Sessions. And now here's Lodge. He grounds into a double play. Sean Scott. He's pinch hitting. This is high and deep into right. Back of the wall. Caught. Bottom of the 8th time, we might be destined for extras. Here comes Bauer. The 1-2 from Jabs. This is lasered into left center. This is going to be a double for Bauer unless they can get this in. And they won't in time to get him at second. And here's Fairleigh Hank. 0 for 3 today. That'll change. As Hank sends a single. And Bauer scores from second, 6-5. Jabs not a good spring training as he walks another one. a 7.20 ERA and 13 and 2/3.
Yeah,
We got to
they
talk
hook him.
about this. Yeah, the other side with Pearson is you don't want to blow the guys up, but you also want to get them calmed down, and now's the time to do it. There's a fly out into center with the bases loaded. Throwing from center field is in time!
And the arms on full display today.
Oh, my Lord.
They're warmed up.
And there's a strikeout. So Santino actually got those 2 outs. Just missed the switch there. Top of the 9th, and we are going to have to see some Vandals hits. And Craig's not going to get one. Here's Dragon. He's 0 for 3. Make it 0 for 4. Final hope is Shadurmi. And it's Cyrek who's going to get this save opportunity. Or, yeah, I think this should be save opportunity. And that's the Toro win. So, former Hepcat Cyrek. That's 6-5, your final. Good day for Mudson. I mean, whenever you hit 2 bombs, that's what you call a good day. And I think he threw 2 guys out? Is that? Oh, where's the CS? Yeah, threw Johnny Times out twice. So that's about as good a day from a catcher as you're going to have.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think he had any passed balls. Pitching wise, I mean, really, if you just get rid of the last inning and you've got a couple of error problems in the inning before, it was really another good day for Rip Spies. Just he got left out there too long. J.A. Jabs did not have a good day. And Santo, nice performance in relief. Pearson had a relatively decent day. Still got to work on some stuff. Justin Side was fantastic. 3 and 2/3. Look at that. No earned. Mudson's your player of the game. I don't think it can be any more obvious.
Yeah, for sure. I think I don't know if this is Jab's debut as a reliever. He might have come up as a reliever, but he's been starting the last few seasons. So these are his first experience in recent memory as a reliever. So hopefully he'll get
he's
that
a
ERA down a little.
37-year-old man. He's been starting for so long, and
Sure.
Now you want to ask a guy to come out of the bullpen, and there was plenty of good reason to ask him out of the pen at this point in his career. It's just you're going to have to expect, and this is why spring training is a thing, because you've got to let him get used to, because you got to think, Jabs is going to be a guy, you can go to the other scoreboards, Jabs is going to be a guy who's going to be used to warming up before games for, 20 minutes, half an hour, and now he's got to, answer the phone and get loose, and that's a tough transition for guys to do. Sloss beat Kashima 7-4, and it was a 3-run ninth that did it for San Antonio. Pick out the good days here. Poe with a good day, 2 hits and 2 ribbies. On the Kashima side, it was Valor with 1 hit and 2 RBIs. I think that's a homer. Yeah, it was. And down the line, it was Daring, 7 1/3, 3 earned. He had a nice year last year. Castillo gave up 1 earned, 4 innings, so that's the kind of thing you want. 10 ERA there, that tells me that ERA was a lot higher 1 game ago, and you want to see that improvement, and there's a piece for Kashima. So, Scott Poe, your player of the game. And that one we watched. And now here's Nashville and Indy. 5 runs in the 9th for Nashville, although they didn't really need them. So the Apex dropped 2 to start. Look at your batting orders. It was highlight over the Dominguez. Was this guy that was his name was Doctor or something?
Yes, Sir Dr. Javier.
Sir Dr. Javier Dominguez.
Junior.
2 hits in the game. Junior. Thank you. 2 hits in the game. He's only 20 years old. So 321, 5 homers. He leads your team. It may only be spring training, but again, a guy who's 20. That's what you really like.
I'd like to point out Swifties legend. Might have missed a couple, but some good days for some Swiftie legends.
You know what? I'm looking forward to not seeing Dom Drozdov in the opposing batter's box for a little bit.
Yeah, I bet. You still got to deal with Haywood Dinkle, though.
Yeah. We get better, too. Johnson, 4 innings, 2 earned. That's the win for him. For Indy, Dangley got a few dangled in front of him. And just look at that bullpen. Jordan, again, 17. He's got a 17 ERA. Lemon, a 17. No Hands, a 9. You know, all these relievers for Indy above a 6.3 ERA. You're going to have to get that under control if you want to wind up in a position that isn't the number 2 pick again.
Yeah, 4 relievers going 1 out apiece. Isn't that great? and
No,
and
and
half of
that's
them
not going to
giving up
win ball
multiple
games.
runs.
Right, and that is not going to win you baseball games. Now, again, it is only spring training, but there's trends and things you like to see. That's not one of them. Hey, this is one of them. At least if you're Outer Banks beating Death Valley here 6-1. Oh, look at that. That's Burgeon Cannon with 2 hits. And Esposito with a hit and 3 ribbies. Only a ribby came from Affert. And that was an S-ball home run. Ed Barker goes 4 innings. He's going to get a loss, but he only had 2 earned. And Jackson on the other side, 4 innings and no earned. There's a good spring training for you. 0.82 ERA. Esposito, your player of the game in this one. Here's Boise and the Demons of Detroit. And that is Finnereese with the 3 ribby game, Saber with 2, or Sabor, whichever one that is.
I think it's Mr. Saber.
Saber, okay. Dimes had 2 RBIs, and Danny B had a hit. He's really struggling in spring training, only hitting 180. Hopefully Danny can improve that.
He's got a great glove, though. That's all we'll say.
Bisquick. 4 innings, only 4 hits given up. But again, you look at the Boise bullpen. 1 2/3, 2 1/3, and 1/3, all from guys with double-digit ERAs. I'm noticing something so far in spring training. This has been hitter dominant. So again, that either relates to one or two things, where you either think I love pitching, I hate this, or I love hitting, and you love this. So interesting to see if this translates into this season. Player of the game was Finnereese. Rougarous and Crabs. Rougarous hold off a late push. And if you look at the Crabs side, it is Reeves who had 3 hits and a ribby. You get a ribby from 3, 4, and 5 here. And it's top and bottom for New Orleans. 2 ribbies at the top, 3 ribbies at the bottom. The new acquiree, Hamid, hits a bomb. That's something you want to see out of the new guy. Nutt goes 4 innings, no earned. Kuromochi, he gets the loss there, 3 earned on 4 innings as well, and 3 holds and a save. So here's a nice bullpen day for a team that's been getting roughed up by the ERAs again.
It looks like Naz Hamed will get the player of the game there.
Oh, yep, thank you very much. Missed that. Spring training for us, as we said. One more game today. And it's the Voyagers Sarasota walking off the Voyagers, what I meant to say there. And that was Crashwagon who walked off a single against the Voyager bullpen. Let's take a look at what New York did. It was RJ Menard who, again, had another really good day. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and scored, so Menard created 4 runs all on his own. Panda and Red Arrow with 2 ribbies apiece for Sarasota. Pitching lines up with Slothface at 10 times fast. 4 innings pitched in an earned run, and Torkelton on the other side, 4 innings pitched and 3 earned. Chambers got the win for Sarasota. 1 1/3, no earned for him. Miller the loss. And let's see, Spitz the blown save. Player of the game was Juni Penda.
And I don't think we had any minors today. We did not.
No, we did not.
So that'll do it for today.
So we can now go to Wednesday.
We are on Wednesday. And maybe we'll just quick sim today. So
I don't really see anything good.
I'll just start us off with Toro's Sloths here. The Sloths winning 5-3 on 8 hits. Going down the batting lines here for the Toros, we have a couple of 2-hit days, Carter and Hank on San Antonio. Just a couple of 1-hit days. I guess Robert Sandberg going 2 for 2 with a run scored. Pitching, we have Vivi Zielman taking the loss, 4 innings, 5 given up. Dude Manbro, he'll take his second win, 4 innings pitched, 1 run given up. Greer with a save here for San Antonio. He went an inning and didn't give anything up, and Sandberg will be your player of the game. Foxes and Crabs. and the Crabs will take a walk-off win here after the Foxes went ahead in the top of the 10th. Crabs still able to walk it off. Looks like it's off a run-scoring single by Stein. Going down the Kashima side, we've got a 2 for 5 day for Valor, 2 for 4 for Stud. On the Crab side of things, we have a couple of 2-hit days again for Dreichenberg and Stein. Stein has those 2 RBIs to go with it. Pitching, Emmy Roon will go 4 innings, just give up 1. A. Spruce will be the Crabs pitcher. Andy Spruce, he went 4 innings, gave up no runs. A couple of blown saves here on Providence for Chadwick and Horse, but Crab will take the win here. George Washington Crab, his second win, 1.2 innings pitched. He gave up a hit, he gave up a run, he gave up a walk, he gave up an earned run, and he got a strikeout. While Geese takes the loss, 1 inning pitched. He gave up those 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th. And Vidal Valor will be your player of the game. Apex and the Raptors. We'll check that box score. 12 runs for the Raptors as they triple the score of the Apex at 4. On the Apex side, we have a 2-hit day here, 2 for 5 for Hood with 1 RBI. On the Boise side, it's going to be these 3 for 5 days for Finn Reese and Jay Doctor. That'll really set them apart. Jay Doctor getting 3 RBIs and 2 runs to go with it, a real candidate for player of the game. Pitching, we got Lagoose. He went 6, gave up 4. Kai started for Boise, 4 innings, 2 earned. Arian will take the win, though, 1.1 inning. Nothing given up. And yeah, Jay Doctor there. He's your player of the game. Demons Rougarous. See if the Demons can get their first win of the day on our stream, and they will, 7-4. Looks like we had a triple getting a couple runs for us here in our road to victory as the Rougarous almost staged a comeback, getting 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be the 4 for 5 day for Stretch Armstrong at short that really kind of set things up for us. He had 2 runs himself on 3 RBIs from Stack and Paper. On New Orleans side of things, just a team effort here. 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit, but a 2 for 3 day for Chiggins Jr. Pitching wise, Ricky Vaughn, he went 4, gave up 2. Nakamura will take the loss for New Orleans, 6.2 innings, gave up 6. And Victor Herrera will be our player of the game. He was 3 for 5 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs.
So if you stay here for just a second, I do want to point some out. Colvin is new up too, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
Or did he play last year? I don't. But anyway, regardless whether no, because he had 2037 stats in Detroit. Yeah. So still a young guy, 22. But anyway, I was going to say, yeah, if you look at that bottom of the order, that's your Danny B, your Colvin, and your Burrow. And this is another spring training thing. That is your spot, your 6 through 9, or your 7 through 9 rather. Where you're going to need your young guys to step up, and this is where you're going to groom your young guys in such a veteran-heavy league as it's set right now. And if you're Detroit and you're thinking, okay, well, I think my ceiling is fighting for a playoff spot, you're going to need that bottom of the order to hit better, and you're going to need Mo Willis at the top to hit better. The middle of that order is fine, but what would be concerning to me as Detroit would be that first spot right now and then those bottom 3 spots there. So that's something you're going to have to look for in that regular season.
Yeah, and Mo Willis, unfortunately, has been treated pretty roughly by the Sim Gods. I saw a media piece came out. I can't remember who the author was, and I apologize for that, but it talked about some of the players who had kind of the highest stats but the lowest numbers to show for it, and Mo Willis featured pretty prominently in that piece. He just, he hits the ball well, but somehow it just seems to get fielded regardless.
I mean, he's got stepping behind the curtain here. The dude's got 75 contact and hit like a 180. Really?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really, I don't know what he said to the Sim Gods, but hopefully they get over it soon so the Demons can step their game up. And we'll move on to the Aviator Stars with that. A 4-3 game here. The Aviators taking the win here and deciding run in the 6th inning. A 3 for 5 day for the Aviators from D'Alesso. He got a run to go with it. On the Nashville side of the plate, just a couple of 1-hit days, so only 5 hits for them. Going down on our pitching, we got Cato. He's went 4 innings, gave up 3. Blue Line, he went 4 innings, also gave up 3, so pretty similar starts there. It'll be the bullpen guys. Beaumont getting the win, 2 innings pitched, 2.1 innings pitched, no runs. And Farias with the save, 2.2, no runs given up. And Bingo Hammersmith, who I believe is also a new call-up, he gets his third loss on the season as he struggles to find his way against majors hitters. He only gave up the 1 run, though.
Former Hepcat god, he'll be all right. Just again another case of here's a young guy that if you're Nashville, you're going to need to do well in your future, and he's just having a rough spring training right now, and you want to see that curtailed.
Yep, and Izzy D'Alessio will be our player of the game. Thank you, Schoolboy Shoe. He points out that the media I referenced, it was by Dub City, the Outer Banks third baseman. I should have known that. That's a former Swifties legend. As we move along to the Supernovas Vandals game, quick play it. We'll check out that box score. Sarasota taking the win, 7 runs to 2. Going down the Supernova batting line, they just have a couple 2-hit performance, 2 for 5 for Bogashu, Taters, 3 for, or 2 for, well, I can't read. I think I was looking at RBIs there. 2 hit days for Bogashu and Taters. And I guess they'll be the standouts as we go over to Vancouver on the Vandal side of things. Just some 1-hit days. 1 for 2 for Shitterme, pretty good. Earning a couple walks. It'll be Kendrick Baxter for Sarasota. He gets the win. He went 4 and gave nothing up, while Johnson takes the loss for giving up just 1 run over 4 innings. Real solid starts for both of them. Otter and Von Alder will get holds, and Jabs does a good job lowering his ERA here. He does give up 3, but I guess it's enough to get his ERA below 10. If I'm remembering right, it was above. Maybe I'm crazy. As Ionel Bogashu is our player of the game. Death Valley Scorpions and Voyagers. That's a potential playoff matchup for you. We'll do our quick play here. Voyagers getting the win there, 7-1. On the Death Valley side of things, a 2-hit day for LaFleur, 2 for 3 for Sim. But meanwhile, on the dominant New York side, we just had a 2 for 4 game for Hard and Long with 2 RBIs and 2 runs to go with it, and a 3 for 4 day, but only 1 RBI for Rivers. Pitching, Shane Green will get the loss, 4 innings, gave up 1. Fairborn will get the win. He went 4, gave up none. And a save for Washington as Hard and Long is our player of the game here. Oops, what am I doing? We want to check out the minors.
What are you doing?
Who knows? As we do some more quick plays here, Wheelers Hepcats. Wheelers defeating the Hepcats 3-1. The Wheelers had a 3 for 4 day from Sailor Twift, while the Hepcats had a 2 for 3 day for Hodge. On the pitching side of thing, Pressing gets the win, 4 innings pitched, no runs. Dogwood Maple, no decision. He went 4 and gave up no runs, so that's an encouraging start for Dogwood. As MacArthur will take the loss, he gave up 3 runs and only managed 1 out, while Mac gets the save. And Sailor Twift will be our player of the game.
Dogwood, really a more talented pitcher than his ERA last year gave him credit for. Number 2 overall pick, a nice start to start his night.
Absolutely. San Bernardino and the Armadillos. The Dillos will take the win here, 5-2. Going down the San Bernardino line score, 2 for 3 for Theeks. A strong outing. Poutine, he only had the 1 hit, but 3 RBIs to show for it. Cowboy, he went 2 hits and 3 at-bats. On to pitching, Daly gets the loss. He gave up 4 runs in 4 innings. While Lewis, he gets the win, gave up nothing in 4. Save here for Hot Dog Sandwich, his first of spring training, as Max Doe Poutine is our player of the game. Yeah, Mounties Kingpins. Mounties will take the win here, 3-1. Going down the Mountie line score, we'll have a 2 for 4 day for Jimbo Slice, 3 for 3 for Harry Stocks, 2 RBIs to go with it. 2 for 3 for Chungus, 2 for 3 for Roach. On the Kingpin side, Mazeroski, he'll take a win, 4 innings pitched, 0 runs given up, his first win in spring training here. As Todd Gonzalez takes a loss, he's 2-2, 4 innings, 3 runs given up. And a save for Chungus as Matt Prasifa? I don't know. He's our player of the game. And that will nope. We have Swifties and Dynamos. Almost missed them.
You almost forgot your Swifties.
I know. Well, it's clearly this is why a nine run win for the Dynamos. Just wanted to ignore that one. 2 for 3 for Haywood Dinkle. 2 for 2 for Jay Smith. It's Johnny Tsunami on the Dallas side. He'll get 2 runs, 2 hits, and 4 at bats. But the real star here is going to be Matthew Edwards, 4 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs. On the pitching side, we've got Casey Tam. He gave up 4 in 4. Meanwhile, Farnworth for Dallas, he only gave up 1 in his 4 innings. And
But Casey Tam was a hitter.
He is not. He's a pitcher.
I'm just insane.
Yep. I thought he might have been called up, though. So that's something to look at.
Uh-oh.
As Matthew Edwards is our player of the game here.
Maybe Tam is injured.
There are no injuries in this league. So he shouldn't be.
Oh. I don't know then.
That's spring training. It's not a big deal either way.
Yeah.
We'll go out and finish the day out. And maybe we can pick a game from here.
Well, I mean, we got a bunch more days to go.
We do. You just want quick sim today, too?
Yeah, let's just get the let out. I don't see anything that interests me.
All right. So I guess you can take us away here.
Silas Young and Ivy Leaf. And Kashima wins 3-0 in this matchup of the Demons and the Foxes. Only 4 hits from the Detroit side, 7 hits and 3 ribbies from the Kashima side. Stand-up performance from Sasaki, Sasaki and Stud, both 2-hit days as we get down to the pitching. Young gets the loss, 4 innings, 2 earned. Ivy Leaf with the win, 4 innings, none earned. Turner the save, Oakwood Stud. That's your play of the game. Cancun and Providence. Cancun wins 7-1. It's Salmons with 2 RBIs. Big day from Wash. Another guy bottom of the order that you need to start hitting better. That's how you build a championship team, is good hitting top to bottom. DH 3 ribbies today. That's always good to see. Only 3 hits on the Providence side. So your starter for Cancun as we head down there. And that was Carsey, who had a really good day. 4 innings and no earned runs. Shinkason, 2 innings. Looks like 1 earned there. And the Justin side, again, another good performance. He's had a nice day. Sleepon got the loss. It's Rotor Wash player of the game. Rougarous and Apex. Apex get a win. They get that win on the back of a 4 RBI day from Walrus.
It's a grand slam.
That was nope, 3-run homer.
That says right here, our W. Walrus hit a grand slam versus.
Oh, it said home. Oh, what the heck? In the batting thing, it says Walrus 3. Put them at 3-run homer. Okay. Well, sorry about that. It was a grand slam from Walrus, and that was all the runs they needed. 10 hits on the other side for the New Orleans side, so they did hit the baseball. Look at that. I just noticed this. Indy only got 2 hits, and they scored 4 runs. That's got to be an anomaly. As we head down to the Indy and Rougarou pitching line, McDougal the loss because of the granny. Tokoyami the win, and a good solid pitching day from Grams and Jowden. They need to see him be clutch. And yeah, that's it. Watermelon Walrus, your obvious player of the game. Raptors really not having a good spring training, and they can't get it back on track against Outer Banks. They give up 5 in the 8th to wind up losing this game. Unfortunate. You never want to see a walk drive in some runs and then a run-scoring double. A big one there. I'd imagine that Halen's going to have himself a good couple of ribbies. Well, he's only got 1. It's Burchin Kanan with 4. And on the other side for Boise, they got the 10 hits. McDavid got 2 ribbies. It's just they can't, get runners on base. You see a lot of runners left on base there. Lucas got your start, didn't get your loss. That belonged to Zissou. And Vin Caden got your start, gave up 3 runs. But it was Corcoran, right? Okay, Corcoran. Sometimes it's hard to see the little letters. Corcoran, he gets a win. That's his first win of spring training, and that's obviously his best outing if you look at that ERA. Klaus Bergen Condon, Player of the game. Here's Voyagers and Vandals, and the Voyagers vandalize the Vandals in Vancouver. Oh, dang it. Actually, that doesn't work because we're in spring training. Crap. Um, I'll say that for next time. Menard, now I would say this is another great day. Not the runs or the ribbies, but look at that. There's 3 walks there. Shu, Gonzalez, uh, Grand Foreskin, and Long, all with 2 hit days. I think I got everybody there. Other side, for the Vancouver side, 10 hits as a team. That's a nice hitting day. And if you head down to the pitchers, and it is Choate with a win, 4 innings and 1 earned. Graves a hold, Washington a hold as well. Digger, he has the Vancouver unfortunate loss. And then Kid Santo Monson, and then there's Jabs again giving up 2 earned runs. Mention how tough it is to wind up back out of the bullpen. You'd think, okay, so here's a guy who's a legacy starter, should be good in any situation. Not that simple. Grant Forskin is your player of the game. I realized you were waiting for that. Thank you for that.
Not a problem.
It's Wokenfuss and Styles. Should be a good matchup. Actually, it's pretty high scoring. Oh my God, Nashville scored 9 in the 9th.
Wow.
Well, that's a hell of an inning.
Yeah, the starters looked good, but you're right. It's a high run total once you get
wow,
to later.
What happened there? We'll have to see when we get down to the pitching side of things. Drozdov, the pitch hit, I've noticed there's a lot of major league teams. The rosters aren't that big, but not a lot of pinch hitters coming out here. Buswell and McGrath have multi RBI day. Buswell, McGrath, and Meredith all have multi RBI days for Nashville. And Fulman and Lefebvre, 2 ribby days for Death Valley. Now let's see what happened on that pitching side. Well, it was Wokenfuss and Styles, who both had really good starts. And looks like, it was Sims who got blown up. Oh, he walked 6 batters. Oh, that's a bad day. Charo got the win. Wendell Meredith is your player of the game. Ooh, what a nasty day for Justin Sims.
Yeah, I think as a manager, if your guy comes out of the pen and gives up more than 3 walks, I'd say it's probably time to move along.
Third, he's still there.
Yeah, don't know what
9 runs, 6 earned. Ooh, that's not World Series quality managing. Slauson Supernovas, Sarasota, the shock of spring training, and they get beat 2-1. Here's a nice calm scoring game for once. As we look at the hitting, only 4 hits for Sarasota and only 4 hits for San Antonio. Poe is your big one here, the 2-run homer that won the game for San Antonio, and that was back in the first. Let's see who did pretty well in the pitching game. Well, it's Flowers, 4 innings, no earned, and then Windsor gets the save after 3 holds. 3 1/3 from Dugan, that's something good. And McQuack, 2 earned in 4 innings is not the worst start in the world, but it is when you don't have any hitting to back you up. Chambers, 4 2/3, no earned. Hey, good one from him. Scott Poe, your player of the game.
And there's not a pitcher on here who had a bad day, really.
No, I wouldn't say so. And I think we're going to the minors, ain't we? Yes, we are. A battle of 2 first-round picks, pitching-wise. It's the Wheelers against the Hepcats. George against Dion here. And the Wheelers are going to get the win in extras. Lineups-wise, kind of tough to read because all the subs. Singer gets 3 ribbies for Anchorage. That looks like your stand-up guy there. And scroll over the name ahead. I don't recognize that one.
See if I can find it.
There you go.
Miles Ahead.
Oh, Miles Ahead. Okay. Miles Ahead, 3 ribbies. That's one of the new Hepcats. And Alderson with a ribby as well. So you can head down to the pitching. George and Dion. George taking 1 pick ahead of Dion in the draft, and ahead of him today is in this game. As far as this game concerned, George 4 innings, 1 earned. Dion 4 innings, 4 earned. And it was not a bad bullpen day. Maskin, Cucumber, LaRue, Richard. 3 earned, and I point that out because the bullpen was a problem for Kansas City last year. And for Anchorage, Carlton, you had Carlton and Gase with bad starts, but good thing for Anchorage was everything else around them held. Singer is your player of the game. Here's San Bernardino and Amarillo. and San Bernardino gets the win. Minus Riverboat just continues to struggle mightily, only hitting 150 in spring training. That's going to be a problem. Lim hitting only 160 is going to be 2 if they don't pick it up. Myth had 2 ribbies for them. So did Larry had 3. Thank you. Lim had 2. It did have 2. And on the Amarillo side of things, we got Winters with 2 RBIs. That's pretty much it. Nobody really got on that well. Winters had 2 hits for Amarillo. Pitching, it was Bellinger. Another really high pick here. Another battle of the high picks, I should say. Bellinger 4 innings and earned. Morgan gets lost 4 innings, 3 earned. And it's Fire Hydrant Larry, who marks his territory with the player of the game.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. I'm glad you can see. Kingpins and Mounties, the battle of the red and black. It is the Kingpins who get the win. And on the Kingston side, let's see, we got McGibbon with 2 hits. And a couple of guys had 1 ribby, or 3 guys actually had 1 ribby. On the Chicago side, 7 hits and 4 RBIs, and those all came from Jacob. And that was a grand slam. I now know how to read that. That first number is the number of homers in the spring, not the actual run scored.
Yep.
So, yeah, Jacob had a grand slam. So I assume we know the player of the game. Yeah, it is Chris Jacob. Takahashi, 4 innings, 3 earned, and Wohler, 4 innings, 2 earned. Hammer got the save. It was hammer time, and they hammered down. And McDonough, 1 inning, .96 ERA. That's a good start out of the back end of the bullpen there. And the final one is the Sistides and the Dynamos. I feel like they played yesterday.
Yeah, I think they
8-6 for State College. Man, that was a high-scoring first inning there, Danny B. 5-3 after 1 frame. As we look at the hitting, hey, the number 1 pick showed out for this one, Benito Alomar. 2 hits and 2 RBIs, overshadowed by a pinch hitter. Kayak, 2 hits and 3 ribbies. Wow. 16 hits for State College, only 8 for Dallas, but Parmley had 3 RBIs and Edwards had a pair. And as we walk down to the pitcher's lines, it is Ratatouille got roughed up. Ouch. 3 1/3, 5 earned. Rodriguez got your win. On the Dallas side, McDonald got beaten up. 2 1/3, 5 earned. And it was Brown and Williams, the blown save, and then the loss in that order. And Alivi Kiak. Please play the game.
I think that does it for the day.
And that will bring us to the 9th of April. And you know what that means, Danny B. Do you remember?
I do remember, but I also remember that we said we would let Dylan watch himself, so that might be a struggle.
Well, we got another start. Because is Detroit on a 4?
They are on a 4, but Dylan also said he had to go soon.
Oh, did he really? My other laptop died. I had no chat. Is he in chat?
He
like
is.
I said, I can't say it. What would you rather see? Would you rather see yourself, or would you rather see some Hefcats and Swift Steeds action?
Oh, he said Shu has to go soon. Dylan doesn't. All right, so that settles it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
He says he does.
No.
It is his birthday, so I think we should do Dylan the honor, and we should let him see himself pitch.
Are we sure it's his birthday?
I don't know. He said it was. Would Dylan ever lie? Has Dylan ever lied to you ever? Constantly?
I mean, yes. But it's my birthday too.
Well, we can do a Hepcats game next.
And you see, but you don't know if I'm telling you the truth or not.
I don't. It's everyone's birthday as far as I'm concerned.
Everybody's birthday this year.
I think we should do this Demons game. We'll do a Hepcats game next, and then I think we owe the Voyagers a game. So why don't we do that?
All right. That's fine.
Nope, now Dylan's saying he wants Voyagers. Okay, no. Dylan has spoken. We're going to watch the Voyagers. I clicked the wrong thing.
Apparently we're going to watch the Vandals. Where's Voyagers? There we are.
All right, Stars and Voyagers. I'll take us through this one. Looks like the Voyagers have the lead here in literally every field except for the tie here between
Uh,
Wesley and Wendell. And so there's not a ton to say here other than we'll just go ahead and start it. So we'll have Hunter Geist taking the first at bat. He's going to strike out against Reg Naleb Sivart, who's got a low ERA here to start spring training. And another strikeout for Johnson. Can he strike out the side as Buswell steps in? He'll give up a walk. McGrath in now. Looks like it's a balk. Yeah. There's another one we don't see too often is Buswell gets to take a walk over to second, but then there's that third strikeout against McGrath. As Stevenson steps in now against Barack Obama. And he flies that a mile high. The shortstop calls off the second baseman. There's the out. RJ Menard, he'll take a walk. I wouldn't want to deal with RJ Menard either if I were on the mound. As Steve Gonzalez steps in, hits that to center. The center fielder's charging in, and he'll get there in time to make the catch. 2 outs, runner on first now for Shu, and it looks like they'll go for a stolen base. I think that was a pitch out that worked to perfection as they get the out there. Svanberg, he'll strike out. So 4 outs, all on the strikeout here for Savart. As there's another strikeout. Rose steps in. He'll get the walk. So strikeout, strikeout, walk, strikeout. Strikeout, strikeout, walk. We'll see if we get another strikeout. No, that's on the ground to short, and they'll take the easy out. So that's the first ball put in play here by the Stars. Put in play by a Philly fan as Shu steps in and hits that to second. That'll be an out. Hard and long in now. And he hits that soft and short. And it's sent over to the first baseman. Rivers in now. Hits it to second. They throw it over to first. Wendell Meredith is in now. That's that one tie. And he shows it off by getting the first hit here for Nashville. He legged it out for an infield single. And it looks like we got a force out there at second. I lost the ball there for a second. Wasn't sure what happened as that's hit into the right field corner by Johnson. Looks like it'll be a double as the runners both advance 2 bags. Runners second and third now with just 1 out for Buswell. But he'll strike out. And McGrath in now. And he sends that one high into center. Would have been good enough to score a run, except for we already have 2 outs, so it won't be. As Grant Heridian now steps in, he strikes out. Harry Grandforskin strikes out. Nakia, he puts that one in play. It's up into center, and the ball's caught. So Svanberg now at the top of the 4th here. He'll start things off for the Stars, and that's a pop-up. Brandon Fry, that's a strikeout. And Thomas Rose now. He'll hit that softly. The pitcher covers, and then he makes a cannon of a throw and gets the out. Voyagers here back to the top of their lineup with Stevenson. And that's hit into the left field. It'll find some grass, and he's safe on first. We'll have RJ Menard again. He was walked last time. That's hit to second, and they'll take just the 1 out. Throw it over to the shortstop for the fielder's choice as Gonzalez steps in and gets it by the third baseman. We'll have runners first and second now with the 1 out. Thomas Shu trying to stay out of the double play here. That's hit to first. And he won't get any. He beats that one out, so the bases are juiced now for hard and long. And he gets hit, so I think he probably didn't move out of the way of that one. Willing to take the hit if it means an RBI. Rivers stepping in. And that's going to be hit into the gap, and that's going to be hit over the wall in the gap. So that's a grand slam there for Rivers. 433 feet, putting Nashville up 5-0. I'm sorry, putting New York up 5-0 over Nashville. I'm sure Shu is having a good time watching this one. As Grant Iridian steps in again, he'll strike out for the second time. Harry Grandforskin from the left side, he hits that towards the gap, but hits it too high, I think, as it's, caught by the center fielder. That'll bring up Philly fan. Hit to second. It's a ground out. Wendell Meredith is up again. He hits that into right field. Right fielder coming in, makes the catch there. Hunter Geist hit on the ground to first, and he'll just run over himself. So Nakia up now for the Voyagers, and he hits that over the second base bag there for a leadoff single for the top of the lineup. So New York has an opportunity to do some damage here, but that's hit to second. They'll get a force. A runner in scoring position here for R.J. Menard, but he'll get looked back by the shortstop as they get the out at first. Gonzalez in, and that's hit into the gap. Fielder's running, and the fielder makes a catch, so good speed there by the center fielder to get down before that one could drop. Zach Johnson in. He hits that into the gap. He's rounding first, headed for second, and he'll slide in as they get that ball into the cutoff man. Buswell with no outs and a runner in scoring position, a full count. And maybe he should have walked him as that full count ball goes over the fence 382 feet to put Nashville on the board finally with a crooked number here. They've got 2 runs now and no outs still. Another full count here from McGrath. He'll strike out. Svanberg, he'll strike out. And Fry, he'll strike out. So he gives up the 2-run bomb and then proceeds to go strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. So that's Max Miller out of the pen, I guess. Tom Shue. He's up against Miko McKinnon. I think I missed a couple pitching changes here. I apologize for that. Hard and long in now. That's hit over the shortstop into center field. We'll have Eric Rivers. He takes a walk. Grant Iridian up again. Something happened there, and they're gonna call it a triple, I guess. The fielders are still running around. The game won't let me advance, so hopefully we figure out. There's the ball, and it's into third. Okay! That was a thing that happened to us, as that ball is hit to third and sent over to first. Nakia will strike out, so Grant gets stranded at third after having about 5 minutes to decide whether or not he wanted to try for home and deciding against it. Thomas Rose will hit that line out there to the shortstop. Philly fan hits that over the shortstop that time, so he'll be safe on first with the 1 out. Wendell Meredith, that's hit to the second baseman. He went out there, but he made it. Hunter Geist as the lineup flips over, and that's an out in the right field corner. Welcome, Gurun Wudo. Yeah, this is totally the first game. We'll pretend. Ground out to second baseman for Stevenson. R.J. Menard is in. He tries to check his swing, and he does. That'll be ball 4. Steve Gonzalez hits that to third. They'll go for the double play. No, they won't. They'll take the force. As Tom Shue steps in, he takes a walk. Hard and long in as Cletus McFlorida man gives up a hit. Could be a run. Looks like he'll try it. The ball's in, and it's a stand-up run there for Voyagers to get an 8-2 lead now. Eric Rivers coming up, and he'll take a walk. So the bases are juiced for Grant. Can he do another triple D thing? As that's hit into right field. Caught just shy of the warning track, unfortunately. Just has to break the time-space continuum to get on base. That's what it takes. As Dom Drozdov will come in, a pinch hitter. He skies that. Caught by someone, second baseman maybe. I lost track of him as they were all converging. Buswell will ground out to the shortstop. McGrath in now. Taking a walk with 2 outs. Runner on for Svanberg. And that's hit. It'll fall into the right field corner. They'll go for third. It looks like a single. Good enough to get the runner all the way to third as Fry tries to bring him home. And strikes out instead. So the Stars really running out of time. They'll have 3 more outs to play with as Nashville looks to pad their lead even further. And Harry Grand Foreskin will be beamed by Bingo Hammersmith.
As I say, Bingo in a game.
And that's hit deep into center field. Caught off the bat of Nakia. Jay Stevenson in now. He'll hit that towards the left fielder. He'll make the catch. They'll get it in. So the runner's stranded on first still for R.J. Menard. And he'll get that over the shortstop. Not hit it too hard to get the runner over to third, but it'll be runner on first and second here for Gonzalez. As he gets that past the second baseman, will they try it with 2 outs? I think it's a good idea. They do. And New York's now up 9-2. So here's Cole Drudge. That's hit into right field, but the fielder had it played just right as Bingo Hammersmith is out of the inning, and it looks like he needed it, that energy real low. So bring in Jimmy Spitz for the Voyagers. T. Rose hits that over to third. That'll be a ground out. Philly fan, Jagger Philly fan in. He'll strike out, so down to their final out here. They would need to score 8 to walk, or not to walk the game off, but to take the lead here as Wendell Meredith comes in and hits that into left field. So a little 2-out magic starting to brew here as the lineup turns over. Hunter Geist. He'll hit that past the shortstop. Two-out magic continues. Dom Drozdov, I'd love to see him get a hit. But he strikes out instead, so that'll end the game.
A lot of blowouts. Like if you're peeking at the out of town scoreboard there after you go through this one, check out the score in that Kashima game.
Yep. I'll go over this super quick because we all just saw it happen. 9-2. We had the 2-for-3 day for Johnson, 2-for-4 day for Meredith, 2-for-5 day for Gonzalez, 2-for-3 for Harden Long with the 2 RBIs, 4 RBIs for Rivers on that one hit. And of course, Grant Iridian got 2 RBIs on that play. Barack Obama taking the loss. He gave up 5 runs and 4. Savart will take the win. He gave up none. In fact, the only reliever on New York who did give up runs was O'Sullivan. As Eric Rivers will get player of the game for that one hit and those 4 RBIs. That was a grand slam, right? We'll take a peek now at the the Foxes. I mean, 18 runs. I bet that's a franchise record. I'm not sure if the spring training counts, but I guess we'll skip the order here a little bit to check this out. 20 hits, producing 18 runs as the Foxes score 18 over their expansion rivals, the Apex. Going down the lineup for Indiana, they did have a 3-for-5 game for Walrus, 2-for-5 for David, but on the Kashima side of things, I mean, geez, who didn't get multiple hits? It looks like the only people who didn't is Valor and Lupe, as we have, 3-for-4, 3-for-5 days for Sasaki, Thomas, Stone, 3-for-6 for Bolt, Lightning Bolt. And we'll just take a peek down at the pitching here. Indianapolis, I mean, they really got burned. And nobody pitching more than 2 innings here. Nobody got more than 5 outs anyway. As a Lagoose will take the loss. Nacho Varga, meanwhile, getting the win for Kashima. He gave up 1 run and came off the mound. Well, I guess only 3 runs through the 4th. So I guess really the damage was done here in the 7th. The 8-run 7th and then a 4-run 8th to back it up. As Kana Sasaki is our player of the game. They had that 3-for-4 day with 4 RBIs. And we'll hop back to our more rightful place here. Supernova's Crabs box score. 8 runs for the Crabs. Going down the line, the Crabs did have a 3-for-4 day out of Antilles. On Sarasota side, 2-for-4 day for Bogashu. Pitching, we got Pozo taking the loss, 6 runs given up in 4 innings for Sarasota. Meanwhile, Ariquides Garcia for the Crabs, he gave up 1 hit over 4 innings. And Zelk Antilles, he'll be your player of the game. Toros Demons, we didn't watch Williams play, but it looks like, did he get the win here? No, he didn't, but he must have had a decent enough outing. Or maybe he didn't, but 13-10, good enough for the Demons to take the win. As we look down at our batters, a 3-for-4 game for Bauer, 2 runs and an RBI there. Mo Willis going 3-for-6 with 5 RBIs. That's exactly what we need to see out of Mo Willis. Fantastic. A couple of 2-hit days, or I'm sorry, a 3-hit, 2-run, 2 RBI day for Charlie Law Jr. as well. Danny B going 0-for-3 with 2 runs. I'll take it, I guess. And going down to pitching, striker spin rate starter for Cancun. He gave up 3 and 4. As we said, William Wilson, he went only 2.2 and gave up 6 runs and got hooked for Net Gaines Jr. to get the win. And Randy McDove to get the save there, a 1-out save for him. Mo Willis is a well-deserved player of the game. Aviators Rougarous, we have the Rougarous taking the win there, 5 runs to 2. Going down our box score, 2-for-4 for Hilmer, 2-for-4 for Chickens and Cook and DiStefano. Pitching, we got Funk taking the loss, 4 innings, 3 earned runs for Outer Banks. We have McQueen taking the win. He went 4 innings, gave up nothing for New Orleans as DeMarco gets a save and everyone else gets a hold on the New Orleans side. DiStefano Jr. will get the player of the game. We saw the Apex, so we'll move instead to the Scorpions and the Raptors. Scorpions taking a win here, 11-6. 3-for-5 for Cologne on Death Valley. With 3 RBIs, he's a real candidate for player of the game. On the opposite side, a couple of two-hit days, 2 for 3 for Eso, 2 for 5 for McDavitt. Pitching, we got Ed Barker. He went 4.2, only gave up 2. But Johnny Unitas for Death Valley, he'll take the win on his 1.1 inning, giving up no
You
runs.
mean Unitas?
Unitas, I like it. Sounds good to me. Brent Lemieux, meanwhile, in Boise, he'll take the loss, 6.1 innings
Also,
pitched.
NFL Hall of Famer.
Oh, I don't watch the NFL. Spoiler alert.
Super Bowl 3?
That sounds like a thing that happened at some point.
Okay. Okay.
Brent Lemieux will take the loss there, his first in spring training. 3 runs, 6.1 innings pitched. Not a bad start, as Willie Colon is our player of the game. Nice to see chat back me up. I appreciate you, Gurin. As we look at the score for our final majors game, Sloths Vandals. These Sloths blowing out the Vandals 13-4. Like you said, there were a few of these blowout games. 3 for 4 for Lodge on the Vandal side. And 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs for Scott. Meanwhile, San Antonio, 3 for 4 for Poe. 5 RBI day for Wilson. 3 for 5 for Stan Antonio. Pitching wise, we got Austin Bentley. He gets the loss. Gave up 8 runs in 5 innings. That's a rough one. While Ryan Rose will get the win. He went 7 innings. Gave up 1 earned, 3 total. Nick Wilson will be our player of the game. And let's see if we had any minors action today. Actually, I know we did. Kingpins Wheelers. The Wheelers taking the win here, 3-1. We'll go down our batting lines here. Not a lot going on for Chicago. And just a couple 2-hit days here. Franco, Singer, and Antonelli getting 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Singer. Pitching, we got Robert. He went 4, gave up none. Esquitas will get the blown save for Chicago. 2.1 innings, gave up a run. And Gambini will take the loss, 1.2 innings, gave up 2. And in Anchorage, Font got the start, 4 innings, gave up 1. And Ladrian will get the win, his third of spring training. 2.2 innings pitched, gave up nothing. Matt Singer, your player of the game. Swifties Hepcats, which we were going to show but then didn't because I made a promise to Dylan. 9-2. Swifties take the win here, so maybe Mike is glad we didn't watch this one. We'll go down our lineup. Hugh belong with me. He went 2 for 2. Jay Smith, 2 for 3. Luke, what you made me do, 2 for 2. And then looking at the Kansas City side of things, nothing more than a hit for a couple guys. So we'll go down to pitching. Nico Baldelli, who went undefeated almost last year, ended up getting 1 loss in like the final stream of the season. He went 4 innings, gave up 1. And Hosh Jader, the Swifties elite closer, will get another save, his 6th on the year, 1.6 on the spring training, 1.2 innings, no runs. Greg Maddux Jr. will take the loss for Kansas City. He gave up 4 in 4. And Lázaro Hernandez Jr. will be our player of the game. Looks like he had 4 RBIs and a hit. I'm going to guess that's a grand slam. No, it was a triple.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So I don't know where that 4th run came from. Maybe an error or walked in someone. We got Mounties 66ers. Close game here. 4-2. Mounties taking the win, though. Hits, we got 2 for 3 for Gravy. 4 for 2 for Gonzalez. 3 for 4 day for Rodriguez on San Bernardino side of things, and a 3 for 3 for Fire Hydrant Larry, who's been real strong. A name that's popped out to me a couple times here.
You could say he's on fire.
Yeah. Or we could say he's hydrated, and that's the key to a good game. No? Crickets? Moving right along. Jack Rolo, Kingston. 4 innings pitched, no runs given up. Strong outing. Bro, he'll get the blown save, however, and the win. And Benson will get a save. So we have a blown save, a win, and a save on the Kingston side of things. A literal can of LaCroix will go 0 for 4 in spring training. He's pitched 3 innings,
What
gave up
did you
3
just
runs.
say?
His name is LaCroix, I guess.
Oh, LaCroix.
And
Okay.
his player render is supposed to be literally a can of LaCroix.
What?
I think he created last season. I'm not sure if he's still around or not. But I've talked to him a few times in the rookie Discord around this time last season. Larry Jones being your player of the game. Yeah, who said Hepcats over Swifties? I wonder. And
I could talk about it.
we'll look at our final game here. Dynamo's Dillos 7-8. The Dillos walk it off in extras, 12 hits apiece. So really, that's as close as you can get. I guess the Dynamos did have the one error there. Looks like Leclerc hit a walk-off solo shot versus Schmertz. We'll go down our line here. 3 for 5 for Drake. 3 for 4 for Xander English. On the Armorillo side, this is always a tough one to read because they have a million players apparently. Poutine 2 for 3. And Winters 2 for 3. We'll call those the good guys.
Yeah, like if you go in the sim file, they literally have like 25 players.
Yeah.
Or like hitters. Like they're the biggest roster of literally anyone.
It happens. On the pitching side of things, Dallas will have Cooper Casey. He goes 4 innings, gives up 3. Segripper will get a blown save. Boat Segripper, he went 1 out and gave up 2 runs. And Doofenshmirtz will get the loss, 1.1 inning pitched, 1 run. Meanwhile, on the Armadillo side, we have Fuji taking the win here. He went 2 innings. The starter got pulled after 2.1. That's Huff. He gave up 7. And Joel Drake will be our player of the game. So that'll do it for today. We will finish it up. And let's see if we have a Hepcat game to show. How you feel about Hepcat's Mounties? Does that work for you?
Nah, let's see if we can get something later on down the line. Actually, if we got a minors game, we want. I mean, you wanted to sign off at 8 and it's 7:40.
We can go a little long. I mean, I think we can show like 2 more. How's that sound?
So you think 2 more? Because
Yeah.
we got how many days do we have?
I think it's the 16th is the last day.
So we got 6 days.
Yeah, and I think one of them might be an off day.
So okay, yeah, if we can get through that in an hour, we can probably do 2 games.
We've
I was actually going to
shown
say,
majors all day, so if you want to pick, we can show back-to-back minors.
I was going to say, if you want to do a minors game from the 10th here, I would actually do Wheelers and Swift Steeds because both teams have 10 wins.
Okay, that works. So you want to take it?
Sure. And then we could just say the Hepcat game for my start. Har, har, har.
Yeah, perfect. And we'll just quick sim the rest.
So, we've got Swift Steeds and Wheelers here. And there's actually kind of more ties on this board than I thought there'd be. There's 2 ties and a Wheelers advantage in the pitching and a couple in the hitting. But Swift Steeds advantage here. Wheelers best spring training by far. Part of the reason I wanted to show them here. So let's get started. It's minors time. All right, so here we go. A cardboard cutout of Jarek Jeter to face Jake Plummer. Oh, darn it, it's not tracking stats. I hate when it does that with the minors. Plummer got a ground out from Fisher. Sailor Twift lined out on 1 pitch. Hate that it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't stat track in game. That's so dumb. So here is Haka Haka to face Pat Rogers, and that is a base hit for Haka Haka. That's one of the more fun names to say. Really, there's like Bartolo Pizza, like there's really fun names, but that one's just good to say. Here's Haywood Dinkel, and that one is into right. It is gone. Well, that's what you call a swift start for the Swift Steeds. 2 hitters and 2 runs. I'd say that's pretty efficient. And now here's Smith. There we go. Here's the 0-1 to Smith, and this one is high and deep into left, but that one's caught. So Rogers getting nerve settled, getting that first one. Here's Alomar into right. That was bounced in front of the right fielder. I think I saw a crazy cat in chat like 10 minutes ago when I was in chat. So, hey, there's a hit for you. Bergamot Lemon gets plunked, and here comes Sumitu, one of the rookies, in the minors this year. And there's a strikeout for Sumi. And here comes Hernandez. I'm going to try and do some more damage in the first, but none's going to get done. So it's the 2-run homer from Dinkel, and it's 2-0. Dominic Buckley and Antonelli. The 0-1 from Plummer to Dominic, and this one is caught. Out of town scoreboard sees a 5-0 game in a second. So I'm kind of glad we didn't do that one. Antonelli, the 0-0, and that was in the left. And now it's 7-0 in the second for Hepcats and I think Kingston, I believe. So this one will be more competitive anyway. Plummer gets a K there. He ends the inning. A couple of good innings from Jake Plummer. And now we get to see Sholak, Hunter, another rookie, and Haka Haka. Sholak back up the middle of the second, and that's caught for an out on a grounder. Here's Simple Hunter, and that is simply a fly out into right. And here is Haka Haka. Haka Haka, that is a double into the right field corner. So that is 2 doubles. Hey, that's a good start to a game. Pat Rogers still in, faces Dinkle again. Probably got something low there. I mean, I would imagine you wouldn't throw something good to hit to a guy that just hit a 2-run bomb off you. Inning before? Yeah, inning before. We leave the second, it's 2-0. Here's Plummer. This is a bounce out from Ray. Wonder Franco wonders how he got on first base because he just outran an infield single. And a cardboard cutout of Derek Jeter. I'm guessing the first baseman bobbled it. Is there an error here? Because that was hit right at first. Just for some reason didn't get the out. Will Fisher flies out. So Plummer in some trouble for the first time today. Swift to third. Oh, goes right by under the glove. Oh, they're going to try and score this run. Oh, wow, they are. Aggressive base running from Anchorage and bad fielding from the Swift Steeds. The 1-2 from Plummer. We'll see Troy Dominic fly out lazily to left. But Anchorage does get a run back, and they are hitting the ball pretty well. Jimmy Smith, that was so close it almost hit him, but he still struck out anyway. Here's Alomar, the 2-2. And his bounce to third, got him out. Here is Bergamot Lemon. Hey, there's a base hit from Lemon. When life gives you lemons, you make singles. Here's Sumi 2, and that is a bounce out to short onto second for the out. I thought there was only one out in the inning. Here's Buckley. This is a lazy fly towards second. That's an out. And Tonelli to face Plummer, and that is off into left. There's a single. Here's Matt Singer. In the meantime, we get a pickoff move that works, so no runner on first. Here's the 2-0. And Singer is going to lazily fly out to center. And that's it for the fourth. Out-of-town scoreboard, Chicago beat Amarillo 3-0, and there's a no-hitter going on in that game. Dallas and San Bernardino tied 2-2, and on the 2-1, we get a hit from Cholak. That puts a runner on first for Simple Hunter. Hunter gets this one out into left, going to be caught out there by Twift. And here is Haka Haka, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, and with 2 outs, he's going to fly out to third. Nothing in the last 3 innings for the State College Swift Steeds. As everybody's calming down, here's Tumbleweed now, new pitcher for him. There's a fly out from Ray, and now Franco bounces to first. And now here's of Derek Jeter. This is bounced to short, on to first. A nice start for Tumbleweed. 7 pitches. It's always good to get 3 outs as quick as you can. DJ Roach into the ball game now, so the Anchorage starter done after 4 as well. There's a fly out from Dinkle. And now Jimmy Smith, he strikes out. Goodbye. Here's Alomar. And it's going to be a walk on down to first base. Here's Lemon. Bouncer to short. Throw on to second. Had a jump for it, so it was a bit of a high throw on the exchange. But still, got the out. We're going to the 6th. That's 2-1. Tumbleweed walks Fisher. Still got that no-hitter watch going on in that Chicago Amarillo game. Twift strikes out. Here is Dominic, the 2-0. This is into center. And there's a base hit. No-hitter watch, no more. Amarillo just got on. And speaking of on, it's 1-3. First and third, Buckley K's. Antonelli, this is the best chance that Anchorage, or really either team, has gotten in a while, and Anchorage is going to squander that chance. Antonelli and Buckley strike out back-to-back from your power positions, too. Here's the 1-2. There's a K of Sumi-2. And Lazardo Hernandez Jr. bouncer to first. Oh, hey, what a bad throw. Put the fumble bubble up for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Oh, bounced it somehow going from second to first. That's going to hurt. That really hurts because it gives up a run.
It costs him immediately.
Yeah, Cholak with a single there going to get Hernandez in, and now Hunter into right, and that's how you get big innings started. Is if your defense is giving up errors, and if your offense is taking advantage, and that's what good teams do. Luke, what in the world does that say?
Look what you made me do.
Oh, okay. What you made me do grounds out. Yeah, I had no idea what in the world that thing said. So thank you, Danny. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Preston strikes out.
Good.
It's
Grammar
4-1.
Look what you made me do. Good enough for an RBI.
Here's the 2-1. This is Matt Singer. Jason Laurel's now in the game. To second, on to first. Got him out. Ray bounced to second, over to first. There's another one. Couple of ground balls to start for Laurels. Full count now, 3-2. This is lifted in the air lazily into center. That's an easy out.
Laurels is one of the newest PBE players. I mean, we just picked him up on waivers at 10 this morning. So,
hey!
Good on-stream debut for him, and he had a strong performance.
Yeah, hey, welcome, Jason. Welcome to the PBE. I hope you'll have a lot of fun. I'll be in Rookie Discord. I mean, I don't have a day off for a while, but I'll be in Rookie Discord if you need some help that I can provide, which isn't a lot.
He's with us in the chat too, so good to see.
Is he? Oh yeah, Gay, good to see you. And there's 3 outs in the meantime while we are congratulating the new guy.
Pardon my interruption. Back to you.
That's fine. No, absolutely. Go ahead. And we go to it's spring training. Hey, here's Laurel's out again to start off the 8th, and there's another out, so that's 1 1/3. And here's Paquin, and that is into center off the wall. That should be a double. Relay throw in. Not in time, but he might have got him. Here's Sailor Twift. This is hit hard into left. Lazy fly underneath it. Easily was Cholak. Dominic into center. And this is going to be the first on-stream give-it-up run for Laurels here. As it's now 4-2. Swiftsteed still on top. The 1-2. There's a strikeout of Buckley. And that was it for Laurels. And Rance Grisselman came in and got that last out. So it's Sumitu, Hernandez, and Cholak trying to get some insurance for State College heading into what could be a decisive night. 2-2. And that is Along With Me strikes out. I assume that's what the last half of that says, or the last little bit of that says. Hernandez, I believe, strikes out as well. Here's the 2-0 to Cholak. Bouncer to third. Got him. So here we go. Last 3 outs. It's Antonelli, Singer, and Ray, and they're going to have to get something done. You probably have to get to Walker if you're going to win the game. Antonelli strikes out. That's not a good way to start. Grisselman's still in the game. Here is Singer. Bouncer to short. Even worse way to start if you're an Anchorage fan. If you're a Swifties fan, you're happy. Here's Ray, the 3-2. That's a walk. Franco's the last hope. This is another rookie. A recreate, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the 0-1. Bouncer to first. Got him out. Swifties win 4-2. And I think this pulls them to 10 wins in spring training. Maybe it pulls them to 11. Box scores, nothing big here. Just Twift and Dominic, each with an RBI for Anchorage. And then on the State College side, there's the Dinkle home run. And that's really all there is to speak of.
Yeah, good pitching.
What am I doing to you? And Belong With Me. And yeah, and like Danny just said, good pitching. Plummer, 4 innings, only 1 earned. We had Weed and Laurels. Congrats, Laurels. And Grisselman all pitch well. And then Rogers, I think just 2 earned. Roach, Thursday, and we missed Thursday. And Bolanos. They had some good performances in Bolanos. Again, there's that .59 ERA. Haywood Dinkle, your player of the game there. Let's take a look at the rest of the minors. Amarillo in Chicago. Chicago wins 6-2. Amarillo with the what do armadillos travel in? Like, what's a group of armadillos?
You're asking the wrong caster. An armory of armadillos?
There you go. The armory of armadillos, batting wise, comes out again because you have pinch hitters A through H. Literally a ton of pinch hitters. Chicago, meanwhile, pinch hits for the same position twice, so that's interesting. On the Chicago side, got a 2 RBI day from Jimenez, and on the Amarillo side, excuse me, I don't know why I said Anchorage. You got Winters with a ribby.
We got a
And it's,
Gurin and Jack are correcting us. According to Google, it's a roll of armadillos.
no, it's not. Are you serious?
That's
It's called a roll?
what they both said. I
Because
don't know.
like, that's how they travel. Like, if that's real, that's awesome.
All right, hold on. Yeah, there you have it. It is
Wait,
a roll
it's
of
really called
armadillos.
roll? Wait,
And
wait. A group of the thing that goes into a shell and rolls around is just called a roll? Somebody was lazy. See, I love that when you have sometimes in science you have intensely scientific names,
yep.
and then you have some dude that was just sitting on his couch and like, "Hey, there's like 5 armadillos over there. What are we gonna call them?
To
Duh. How about a roll?"
to segue here, I'll answer Aircrew 10's question. The AI controls the games, and in spring training, the AI is basically predetermined to only give batters, 3 or 4 innings when possible.
Yeah.
So some teams only have 9 batters on the roster, so they don't get changes. But teams
Like,
like
if you see those major squads that don't do transactions,
yeah,
or transactions that don't do like pinch hitters, if you go look at their rosters in that offline file, like they literally only have 9 dudes.
yep,
Like that's why in that Nashville game that we showed you earlier, their catcher's bar was in red because usually there's not this many games played back to back. Like his energy was red because he got so much because they only have 9 dudes on their hitting roster. So down to the pitching from this game. Keep your questions coming. By the way, I reopened chat now that I have something charged. Dart got the win, 4 innings, no earned, and Crab got the loss, 4 innings, 2 earned. Of the really was arms, looks like, in this one. And you play the game with Alex Roach. And here's San Bernardino and Dallas. Dallas wins 7-2. RBIs wise, it was Parmley with a pair and English with a pair. I think English is new, but I can't remember. Big Jim with 2 ribbies. I remember that name. And remember Winkle. Some of these new names are awesome. See, I think fatigue carries over from game to game, Aircrow. I'm pretty darn sure it does.
yeah. So the thing is, we let the game auto-generate spring training because it's a lot of work to set up the schedule.
Right.
We set up the schedule with the fact that most teams have 4-man rotations in mind, so we give extra off days, extra time for the players to recover from their fatigue, because we know teams have, maybe 5 or 6 arms in the bullpen and 4 arms in the rotation, compared to major league teams that are going to have 5 or 6 starters and 10 arms in the rotation. I'm sorry, 10 arms in the bullpen. But unfortunately, because it takes so much work for spring training, we just let the game come up with its own schedule and just let it run. Because it's the stats don't really even get tracked beyond the last 10 games in the index anyway, so it's not a huge deal. It's mostly so that players can get positional experience and pitchers can kind of shake some of the rust off.
Ooh, and Yako, aka Enoch, has a really good point. That's why every bullpen is dead.
Yep.
That's why none of the bullpens are alive.
And that's why you see so many blowout games, like the Kashima Fox's 18-run game, and I think yesterday we had like a 30-run game.
By the way, hey, thank you, Gurin, for clipping that. He clipped the Adillos thing. So you can put that on PBE Twitter forever. And back to the box scores. Tachibana, 4 innings and 2 earned. Tucker gets the loss, 2/3 of an inning, 4 earned. Johnson, 3 2/3 and 2 earned. Barton, 3 1/3, and Brown, 2 innings. And there's a good Dallas bullpen right there.
Oh yeah.
Big Jim, your player of the game.
Yep, 2 guys under 2. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that does it for minors.
Wait, did we get?
Yeah,
did we skip one?
We watched the Swifties.
Right.
We did that live.
Did we hit Kingston?
I believe we did. Did we not?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
So Kingston thrashed Kansas City. It was a 7-run first. And here's who piled on all the runs. It was Dawson with 2, Blonde with 2 in the RBI column anyway. There's got to be more ribbies here somewhere. There they are. Gonzalez with 6. I saw 1 through 7. I was like, excuse me, where's the RBIs? There they are. They're all on Gonzalez. 6 RBI day. He had 3 RBIs in spring training coming into this game, and now he's got 9. Wow.
Yeah, the batting line
That's
doesn't
a good
stand
day.
out to me, but if you're getting, 6 RBIs, you can bat 222 and nobody's going to say a thing about it.
Yeah. Swift States, Jesus. Hepcats wise, Alderson had 2 ribbies. He continues to carry whatever offense they do have. We can scroll on down. And it was Palmer who, only a third of an inning and 7 earned. Ooh, not a good start for the new guy. Harry Balls. Now, this time he didn't beat around the bush. This is the other reason I want you to come into this game and not skip it. He didn't beat around the bush, went right at the Hepcats hitters and got 4 innings and 1 earned run. I wanted to make another joke. McDonough, .73 ERA. He's had a really good spring training. And the Hepcats basically went through every bullpen arm they had. Nope. Voss pitched. Basically every bullpen arm they had. Danny Gonzalez. Could anybody else have been player of that game?
Right.
Because I kind of don't think that's possible. Now we hit all the minors. All right. Ooh, Nashville. That's a walk-off, isn't it? Yeah, that's a walk-off run-scoring singles, so they had a bit of a stagey comeback there in the ninth to Nashville to beat Boise. That is 4 RBs, 4 guys in the middle of your order for Nashville. Pair of Albies, pair of ribbies for Anderson. My God. I must be sleepy. Bisquick, 8 1/3, 4 earned. Hey, that's a long outing there. Zissou, no innings pitched. Must have given up the final hit of the game.
Yeah.
Johnson, Charo, Brown, and McKinnon pitched all for Nashville. Bill Bisquick, your player of the game, despite taking the loss.
I think because we want to show one more game in the interest of time, maybe we'll just do the really quick scores.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna do that. Does that say 27 runs?
It sure does.
I want this box score.
Okay.
27-4. Everyone drew multiple walks except for Bauer, Wash, and Munson from Cancun. Salmon's 2 ribbies, Knox 4, Carter 4, Bauer 2, Hank 1, Fitted 3, Wash 4, Munson 3, Hopman 4. Oh my God. 22 hits and 14 walks? This might legitimately be like the highest runners on base I've ever seen in an OTP game. Bauer, Hopman, Carter, and Fitted all homered. Is there any more? Scroll down like a 1 bar. No, so that's 4 homers in the game. Like, probably, is that 7 doubles? I think it's 7 doubles. Oh my gosh. Go down to the pitching. Dangley. Oh, so it started. Well, I can't say it started off well, but it started off with a 1 inning pitched and 5 earned. And then from there, you needed to calm down. Pearson got the win. Tanner Hopman was your player of the game. I know we were going to quick sum everything, but that's at 27 runs, and I've never seen that before in this game. And you may or may not know, if you listen to the rookie podcast that I was on, like the first week I was here, I've played this game for 2,100 hours. I've never seen 27 runs before. Voyagers beat the Slots 2-0. Graves gets the win, daring the loss. Where's the ring go? There we go. Kashima lost to Outer Banks. It's 2-1. Shu got the win. Evans the loss. Furious the save. Daring, by the way, your player of the game for that Sloths game. Swift, your player of the game for the Outer Banks game. Vandals beat the Crabs 7-6. Jabs the save. That's a good one to see if you're a Vancouver fan. Mustin the win. Horst the loss. Rougarous beat up on the Scorpions. Man, what's wrong with Death Valley in spring training? Nut beats Sims, and Chiggins gets the player of the game. And then final majors game today. Sarasota beats Detroit. It is Sutherland with the win. Sis Krizik with the loss. Yes, a lot of consonants there. Chambers the save, and Torrent the player of the game. Let's go to the 11th. Not inning, but the 11th day of the month of April.
And there's no
Minor
minors,
league.
so we'll just run you through the majors games, if that's all right.
Yep. And here you go, Danny.
So I'm going to just quick play these all super quick, and then we'll go back through them really quick. All right, to start us off, Vandals Demons. The Vandals will take the win 3-2. I'm sorry, 3-2. The Demons got a run there in the ninth. Maybe had a chance to walk it off, but couldn't come through. Ricky Vaughn will take the loss. Johnson will take the win, and your player of the game will be Johnson. The Sarasota Supernovas blow out the Apex 14-3. Otter's going to get the win there. No hands with a loss, and Torrent is your player of the game. We've got Death Valley taking on the Foxes, and the Foxes will beat them. So Death Valley continues to struggle here as the Foxes put up 9 runs. Etzko Rune will take the win. Harry Styles the loss, and Lightning Bolt is your player of the game. Aviators Toros. The Toros will take the win there, shutting out the Aviators 4-0. Zielman, your pitcher on Cancun. Casta will take the loss, and your player of the game is Hank. Going down to Stars Rougarous. The Stars will win 4-2. Your winner is Cletus McFlorida Man. We've got DeMarco taking the loss. St. Brown with his save. And your player of the game is Wendell Meredith. Sloth's Crabs. The Crabs will score 25 runs. So the blowouts are really coming now. Trevino will take the win there. Greer will take the loss. Your player of the game will be Antilles. And finally,
that's an 18-run 8th inning.
Oh my god, it is an 18-run 8th inning.
All right, well, that's 2 things I've never seen before.
Back to back. I mean, I'm just curious to see what happened here. That's
that's bad day. Oh, that is. See, you said this earlier with the dude that walked 6 people. How does that stay in a game? How do you, as a manager, get to that 4th run? And I'm like, this is fine.
The more incredible thing to me is he just gave up 10 runs on 1 out, and his ERA is only 11.5.
It means he literally had like a 0.5 ERA before this game.
He threw 61 pitches and recorded a single out of the bullpen.
And then the guy that relieved him got 2 outs to give up 6 earned. They threw 101 pitches in the 8th inning.
I think, yeah, they did.
Oh, man.
So that happened, I guess. Wild. Yeah, wild. So we'll just say Trevino is the winner, the Greer is the loser, and Till's got the player of the game there. Raptors Voyagers. Fairborn will be your winner here as the Voyagers win 7-3. Kai will take the loss, and the player of the game is Grant Iridian, who I will now forever think of as the guy who hit a baseball into another dimension. And that'll do it for this day.
I think that's a 270 ERA for that inning. For the guy who gave up 10 runs in a third, I did the math. That's a 270 ERA.
Looks like this is Dogwood Maple, so we'll keep doing the quick sims here.
Yep. Sorry, dog.
I
mean that in the cool way, and I mean that in the sorry dog way. And Cancun just scored 17 again.
Yeah, and the Foxes scored 19 to 12.
Scored 10 and 9. What is going on?
And Morgan will get the win there.
Morgan the win, McFlorida man the loss, and Drozdov your play of the game. Hey, there you go, Danny. There's a 50 for you. The number 2 performance of the day.
They come up and they're immediately ready. That's just how it works.
2 homers, 4 bombs, a double, and a triple. The number 2 performance of the day. Rougarous win 4-3. Nakamura gets the win. Paul the loss. Detroit. It is Young who beats Rose 6-2. Willis, your player of the game. Hey, there's another young man.
Yep.
Voyagers and Crabs. 5-4 win for the Crabs. They took the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Horse beat Washington. And then as we go down, it's the Vandals that vandalized the Apex 13-3. Digger, your win. Grams, your loss. And Dragon, your player of the game. Cancun. 1-2-3 Cancun. 3 innings on the 7th, 7 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th, 17-3. And Outer Banks, OBX beats Sarasota. That final was 7-3.
And we'll drop us down.
In the minors, Kansas City wins 8-3 on the back of Dogwood Maple. First Hepcat win this stream. Not quite a no-hitter, just a shutout there.
Tucker and looks like McCarthy there. So the combination of the San Bernardino pitchers, not hitters, get a CGSO there. Bruce, your player of the game in the Amarillo and San Bernardino matchup. Swift Steeds go down. They go 10-6 down to Chicago. Pacifica is the win. Tichu the loss. Hammer and Pincone, saver and player of the game. And Dallas and Kingston, Farnsworth, Mazeroski, Williams, and Kraustas. That's your win, loss, save, and player of the game.
And this will be our final featured game of the stream, and then we'll just have, I think, 2-3 more days of Quick Sims.
Yeah, I think so. Do you mind if I take my own game?
Hey, it's all you. I was gonna say, if you'd like it, all yours.
I was going to say, I'll take my own game. Battle of the first round picks. The guy taking by the Sloths, one pick above. We mentioned this earlier. This game actually already happened earlier on in the sim. So Anchorage with a lot of advantages. Really young Hepcats team, really young hitting, really old pitching. Except in a couple of spots for KC. So let's get right into things. It's Diane the 6-foot lefty and King George, who's, 230 years old, is it?
Something like that.
George takes the mound as We Dem Boys does a We Dem ground out. Here's Simba Thrallers. He was on the team last year. That's a bouncer to second. On to first. Andrews, again, not on the team last year. This is a pop out to short. That's a 1-3 inning for KC, and here's Diane. In a cardboard cutout, Derek Jeter reaches first base. And now here comes the lefty Fisher to face the lefty Diane, the 1-2. Strike out, like to see that. And here's Sailor Twift, the 2-2. This one is lifted high and deep in the left, and that ball is gone.
Yeah, girl just said,
amigos.
all right, Sailor, you got this, girl. Time to bring your GM home, and yeah, there it is. I think that
There
one was summoned by Gurin.
And here is Dominic. They will bat next after the big bomb, and that's a walk. Good thing in my next update, I'm fixing the control. At least I hope. This one is a fly ball into right. There's an out from Buckley. And now Antonelli is going to walk. Don't like those. Here's Singer, the 2-1. This is sung on into center field. They are going to send the runner and test the arm, and the test was passed. Hay couldn't get the throw out. Here it is, 2-0 to Kylan Ray. Oh, boy. 4-0. Here's Franco, the 2-2. The inning is mercifully over. 4 runs for Anchorage.
And 9 batters for the Wheelers.
Yep. Here is the 1-2. Miles ahead. Bounces to third. No wheels. Can't beat him out. Or, I meant the wheels can. I didn't mean no wheels. Hodge. There's it out. Here is Alderson. The 0 to him. This is lifted into center. And that's out. So yeah, that Hepcat lineup is really young, like you look at it. Most top of that lineup, Whedon Boys, Andrews, had all new guys. So a hopeful Hepcat lineup might not see a good early part of the season there, but hopefully late is where you think that the good would come. Of Derek Jeter, back on first again. That is a Fisher flyout, and then here's a Twift little blooper there. The 3-1 sees Dominic walk. Skip. Buckley, the 0-1. This is bounced second. Can we get double play out of the inning? Yes, we can.
Ow. Getting bailed out there by your defense.
Yeah, really. That's new. Anchorage still up 4-1. Or 4-0. Wish it was 4-1. Here's Tex Justice. And this is bounced first, and that's an out. The 2-2 to Washington. Washington high and deep in the left center. That ball is caught. And here is Samuel Hay. Hay, that's ground out.
9 up, 9 down.
Yep. Perfect game going for King George. And here's Antonelli, the 2-0. Bounced to short. Simba could get there, but kept it in the infield. So that's good news. Here is Singer. Bouncer to second. On to short. On to first. Got the double play. Here's the 0-2 to Ray. Strike out. So the best part of the Hepcats right now is the defense. The offense and the pitching ain't there.
W.E. Dem Boys. W.E. got out. Here is Simba Thrallers. They are enthralled by King George here in spring training. Here's Sam Andrews. Sam, and that should be an error. Don't want to charge that one to King George. Okay, good. That's an error. Here is Head. He strikes out. Miles ahead was miles out in front of that one. It's 4-0 still. This has been a bad night for the Hepcats, but a really good night and a really good spring training, really, for Anchorage. And this is a bouncer to second. There's an out. Finally, Derek Jeter does not reach. But Will Fisher does for the first time today. That's 1 for 3. And here's Sailor Twift. Already got a bomb. 2 for 2. That one's lasered into left. That is yet another hit. That's 3 for 3. And now here comes Dominic. The 1-2-2. Strike 3. Diane's third strikeout of the night. Although 4 walks, 8 hits, and 4 earned, the strikeouts don't feel too good. So here's the 3-2 to Hodge. He's going to walk. So the perfect game is... Wow, they took out their pitcher after 4 innings in the middle of a perfect game. Ouch. Wow, that's kind of mean.
Good news.
And now it's
Hepcats,
first
though,
and third all of a sudden.
There goes the no-hitter.
Yeah, maybe you really shouldn't have here. You're going to get a double play, but the run is going to score, so it's not a shutout. Ladrin, your new pitcher. Here's Washington, who strikes out. So it's 4-1. Rhodes MacArthur is in the game. Thank goodness. A 1 pop out. Antonelli into center. So Buckley and Antonelli both get the ball in the air, but just out. Here's Singer. That is a walk. Here comes Ray, the 2-2. Lazy one in the left. There's your third out. 4-1 Wheelers. Here's the 1-1 to Hay. This is into right center field. Gonna back it up a little bit, but get to the wall and not go out. Here's Dem Boys, and that's another bouncer. Oof. At second. Second error of the day. There's a steal coming from Dem Boys, and that's safe. So Thrallers now has a 1-2 count. Got to take advantage. 3-2 count. Thrallers into left. This is back at the track, and that is not going to be caught. Dem Boys gets to third, though. So with 2 outs, Andrews really needs to come through, and will not. Here's the 1-0, and that is bounced from Franco, rather, towards first base. Brandon Walker, the pinch hitter. And here's Paquin, and here comes the pinch hitters to face MacArthur, as MacArthur gets clean through that inning. And that is back up the middle, miles ahead, into center. There's a nice piece of hitting. And now here's Hodge, facing Eric Bolins, and Hodge is going to bounce into a fielder's choice, not a double play. Here's Elliot Alderson, strikes out. And here comes Big Tex, first and second for Tex, and he K's it up. So the pitching for Anchorage has been fantastic. It's 4-1, Sailor Twift. That's a base hit. Here comes Dominic. 0 for 1. That is... I think that's gone. Oh, wow. Actually, no. I really thought that was way out of here. That's actually a flyout. And here's Buckley. That is a flyout. I know that. Out-of-town scoreboard. Chicago winning 10-0. Or 10-1, rather. Kingston 6-2 over Dallas. Bouncer to first. Ends the 7th inning. Still 4-1 Reelers. Amarillo beating San Bernardino 5-3. There's a flyout from Washington, and now here comes Hay, the 1-2 to him. Struck him out. Bolanos having a nice day. It's an O, not a D, actually. Here is Dem Boys, the 3-1 to the steal threat. That's a bouncer to short and got him out. So if you're Anchorage, you really don't even need insurance the way you've been pitching. You just got to get through here and get to the ninth. Here's the 3-2 to Singer. Struck him out. Lance LaRue try and knock it down. Killian Ray gets to first. Been a ray of sunshine. Here's Wander Franco. Bouncer to the pitcher, back to second to first. Wow. Ooh, nice double play.
Didn't think you had that one, but there it is.
Yeah, Lance LaRue getting off the bump. All right, final 3 for KC. Quan pitch hitting gets bonked. That's not advised if you're Anchorage. Here is Gob Gobberson. That's a fly out into center. And now JoJo over Miles ahead, and JoJo gets plunked. Get Bolanos out of here. Oh my goodness, that's 2 hit batters in the same inning. And here's Hodge, the 2-2 to him. Strikes out, and here's Alderson, the last hope. Need a 3-run homer and a miracle. Greg Gase is going to pop out. So Gase locks down the Hepcats as the Hepcats offense looks like that of an Adam Gase offense because they didn't have any. 4-1, the only runs given up was that first inning, but Kansas City didn't do anything. And it's kind of hard to win baseball games when you do. Miles ahead and Elliot Alderson, you're only 2 hits. The only other base runner was Dylan Hodge. Anchorage, meanwhile, 9 hits in the game, 4 RBIs and 6 walks. I think everything is off of Dion. If we go down to the pitching lineups here. Okay, MacArthur and LaRue each had a walk, but Dion, bad start. 4 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned, and 4 walks. King George, great start. 4 innings, no earned, no walks, no hits, even. Ladrian, Bolanos, and Gase closed that one out. And Twift, player of the game.
All right, I can take the box scores. Let you take a little rest there after you cast a great game. We'll go on to the Dillo 66ers. The Dillos getting the win there 5-3. It'll be Thomas with the win, Bones with the loss, and the player of the game will be Thomas for his good start. As we saw on the out-of-town scoreboard, the Kingpins thrashed the Swifties 10-1. Waller will get the win, Remy Ratatouille with the loss, and the player of the game will be Jacob. Then we got Dynamo's Mounties. You got Benson with the win there. Styles with the loss. Is that Harry Styles? No, Jericho Styles. I wonder if there's any relation there. Black with the save, and Tex Walker with the player of the game. Hopping up to the majors, Raptors at Foxes. That's a close scoring game, 2-1. Zisau will get the win. Geese will get the loss. White is your save, and Petra Saber will be player of the game. Stars Toros, there's another close game. The Stars got 2 runs in the top of the 9th to take the lead and then hold it into the bottom of the 9th as Cletus McFloridaman gets the win. Shin Kansen, he takes the loss. El Charo, he'll get a save, and your player of the game is Thomas Rose.
Look at your next scoreline.
Yep. Sloth's Apex, 26-6. Looks like a big 3rd, a big 6th, and just some other runs sprinkled in there. As Daring gets a win there that he didn't have to work too hard for after his team gave him, 12 runs through the first 3 innings. And Scott Poe will be your player of the game. We got Vandals Aviators 5-4. That's a 10th inning single run that did it for the Vandals. Jabs will get a win here. Shu will get a loss. Mostyn will be receiving a save, and your player of the game is Funk. Crabs Demons. The Crabs put up 9 runs on 11 hits. Riquides Garcia will get the win there. Wilson taking his 4th loss in spring training, and the player of the game is Stein. Scorpions Supernovas, another high-scoring affair, 19-2. Pozo will take the win there. Balquin will get a loss, and the player of the game will be Bogashu.
I think Death Valley is going to have to put out an Amber Alert for its pitching staff.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Death Valley, but they really have not had a spring training to remember. I mean, they're doing worse than the Demons. and I'm a Demon, so I love me some Demons, but Death Valley should be doing a little better. And finally, we've got the Rougarous taking on the Voyagers. The Voyagers will come away with an 11-3 win here. Savart will get the win, McQueen the loss, and your player of the game is Gonzalez.
So yeah, I would say something striking there about TARDIS trading you because you talked crap about Detroit, but they talk crap about Hepcat defense in every game they play, so...
Yep, we're all getting traded. We're all doomed. We're up to the 14th. There's only the 2 days left in our spring training here, so we're just going to keep quick playing and running over these scores super quick.
Holy crap. All right, Cancun wins 8-4, signed the win out of the bullpen. White your loss and Hank your save. White 0-4 since spring training with a 21 ERA. Ow. Kashima loses and Rougarous win 4-1. That's McDougal and DeMarco with a save. Castillo with the loss, but also got player of the game. Apex got whomped 28-6. Kuramochi the win, Dangly the hard loss, because that's 15 runs in 4 innings. Stein, your player of the game. Demons beat the Voyagers. Hey, Detroit's 500 for you there, Danny.
Love to see it.
Alvin the win, Graves the loss, and McDove with the save. Player of the game is Herrera. We go down to the Sloss and the Aviators. 6-3 win for Greer. Rayner the save. Turtle the player of the game. Farias. Yeah, Farias. The loss. Sarasota the shock of spring training in the Bigs. 6-2. Another win. They beat Nashville. Chambers the win. St. Brown the loss. And Lyon your player of the game. Death Valley loses again. They got the same record as Kashima. Who had that on your 2020 bingo card? Rip Spod gets the win, Styles the loss, and Dragon the player of the game, 13-2 the final there. See if the Miners does anything insane. Tepcats lose, that's not been insane. It's 11-2 there. Ingram the win, Maddox the loss, and Straight is player of the game. Armadillos upset the Wheelers 4-1. Huff the win, Fant the loss, Sandwich your save. Rasmussen POTG. Mounties beat the Kingpins in the 11th. Haven't seen one of those walk-offs in a while. Gray, your win. Gambini loss. McGibbon. Stretch McGibbon stretches out the player of the game. Dynamos lose to the Swifties. 6-3 for Baldelli. And then Casey, Jader the save, and Dinkle, your player of the game. And now we go to Thursday, April 15th of 2038. Will the world exist by then?
We can only hope. Oh, I see something I really like. I see something I like quite a bit.
I see it. Do you stay there? Yes, you do.
I'm gonna just ignore it for now. Nashville Stars take on the Vandals, 14-4. They get double-digit runs over the Vandals here. Barack Obama taking the win, Johnson the loss, and your player of the game will be Svanberg. Next up, there's the Rougarous and the Toros. The Toros walking it off in the 11th inning, score 5-4. Good will get the win. Salchicha must have given up that run in the 11th, getting a loss, and Raven Knox is your player of the game. The Demons beat the Apex 12-2. Ricky Vaughn is our winner. Jordan is the loser, and who's that in the player of the game? It's no one else but me, Danny B. We got Crabs Aviators. Aviators scoring 15 over the Crabs. Kato will get the win there for the Aviators. Spruce the loss for the Crabs, and Jax will get your player of the game. Sloths Scorpions. Scorpions managed to get a win here. They've been struggling to do that. How often will I ever get to say that? Barker taking the win, Manbro the loss, and your player of the game is James Love. Raptors Supernovas, there's our close scoring game of the day. Only 3 runs scored in the game, and the Raptors will win it 2-1 off of probably a good starting pitching performance from Kai, it looks like. As Von Adler takes the loss, Zisao takes the save, and your player of the game is Kai. And finally, in the majors for the day, we got Foxes and Voyagers. Washington with the win, Turner with the loss, Miller with the save, and Rivers is our player of the game.
Congrats, Danny B.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, the Hepcats had runs.
They sure did.
You know
they
what
had
those are.
enough runs even to win a game, 10-7.
Woohoo!
LaRue's taking a win here. He's got a 1.5 ERA, very solid. Literal can of LaCroix. Mm-hmm. He's got the loss, his 5th of spring training. And the player of the game will be a 66er. It's Rodriguez. Then we got the Dillos and the Wheelers. There's a close scoring game, 3-1. Despite getting out hit, the Wheelers will take the win there on the back of Rogers. Crab will get the loss, Thursday the save, and Ray is our player of the game. Dynamo.
Hey, Thursday got a save on Thursday.
How about that? We got Dynamo's Swift Steeds. Jimmy Leathershoe getting the win there for State College, 6-4. Barton will take that loss. Rodriguez Jr., he's got the save and apparently has yet to give up a run in spring training.
Mm-hmm.
Haywood Dinkle is our player of the game. He has a home run. I'm just going to peek here because I'm really curious to see if that's accurate. Yeah, I guess he's got a 0.00 ERA in spring training.
Going pretty well, you could say.
Yeah, it's decent. If you like low-scoring affairs, I guess.
I mean, if you don't like hitting, you old-timey jerk.
And finally, Kingpins Mounties 4-2. The Kingpins will take the win there. Pin gets his first win. Black takes his first loss. Gambini takes his first save. And your player of the game is, I think that's Spike Suzuki. Yes, it is. I did do the majors, right? Yep, they're all done. So
Yep.
we'll have our final game of spring training. And I don't believe there's any minors. So yeah, really congratulations to SLM for giving up no runs in spring training. And I'll let you take these.
So I just want to say, so we're on the pre-stream, right? So we're like talking for like 5 minutes, and Danny's like, "Oh man, I don't want to do 3 hours. Let's just do 2." Okay, Danny. 2.5 hours later, we're damn near there. By the end of this, we're going to be closer to 3 than we are to 2. So nice job, Danny. Sarasota wins 4-2. They beat the Rougarous. McQuack, your win. Nut, your loss. Randall, your save. Nut, your player of the game. Toros wins 7-4 over the Foxes, who, I'm going to be honest, had a better spring training than I figured they would. Carsey win, Leaf loss. Shinkasa the save. Carter, the player of the game. Outer Banks wins 6-3 over Detroit. Ben Caden the win, McDubb the loss. Ben Caden, your player of the game. Kevin Choate has a decent performance. But the Voyagers as a team give up 8 runs, but that's okay because they decided they wanted to beat Indy to death more than they already are. 26-8. I swear that's like the third 20-plus game Indy's given up in the last 5 days. Grand Foreskin, the player of the game. Providence beats them on Death Valley again. You know what? That's why. They lost them all in the desert. That's where all the Death Valley pitching went. Sleep in the win, Balkan the loss, and player of the game was Antilles. So Death Valley only 1 win better than Kashima. Vandals lose to the Raptors. Boys, they had a rough spring training too. Wow. 10-4 there, but they win this game. Lucas win, Digger loss, player of the game Finn Reese. And your final one of the night, right? We don't have any more days?
No, I don't think we do. And yeah, there's no minor stays. It's the final one.
So your absolute final of spring training for season, what are we, 23, right?
22.
Or is it 22? 22. Season 22 is Nashville and San Antonio, 8-3 win. Stars beat the loss, St. Brown the win, Dugan the loss, and your player of the game was Matata.
And if we take a peek at our upcoming schedule, yes, we have no games. That is the end of spring training. We will leave it here because, as I said, they have to make the schedule still for the regular season, and it hasn't been uploaded yet, so we'll leave things as they are here. I don't think we can do standings at spring training. I guess we can. So here's your final spring training standings for the...
Yeah, so Cancun, great spring training. 19 wins, only 5 losses. Vancouver, Nashville, both great spring trainings. Your disappointments are Death Valley and Boise here. Both having bad ones. Rougarous weren't as good as you would have liked. The East was pretty darn good in spring training there. Tsushima it's only 8, but still having 8 wins. They were the worst team last year in spring training. They were not the worst team. That is therefore an improvement, at least an early sign of one. Whereas Indy had the worst spring training out of any major league team. In the minors.
Get the minors. Oh, and I guess it doesn't.
Gosh darn it. Well,
I guess the minor spring training technically ended yesterday.
Oh, I was going to say, could you go back to scores? Would it do it there?
No, it's just going to say...
Because it had the records tracked.
Yeah.
Go back a day. Okay, it did.
See records at least.
So you had State College with 13 wins. Anchorage had your best spring training. They won 14 out of 20. That was State College, 13 wins for them. And then we had 2 more double-digit teams. Dallas with 10-10. Chicago did as well. So really a lot of scrapping and fighting at the bottom here. Amarillo, Kingston won 9. Kansas City won 8. And it's 2 playoff teams that got the 2 lowest. Kansas City only 8 wins. San Bernardino only 7. San Bernardino, a team appeared in the World Series last year.
I'll say nobody had a bad spring training in the minor leagues. It looks like 17 and
No, not
13
really.
isn't that terrible. The Wheelers, I
I mean,
guess, are the clear winners. But yeah, nobody had a terrible spring training.
if KC had hit in any game except for the last one, they would probably have won 10 games. So even the second lowest team, if they hit a baseball in their last 6 games, kind of like the last year's season, you would have done better. So yeah, nobody had a bad one. Oh, what did you do?
It always pops up as that error.
Oh.
It's because Majizu was the original person to have the file, or
Okay.
to make the file, and there's no user Majizu on my computer.
Oh, so it's looking for his computer.
Yeah. Nope, that's actually the good error. That means things are working. Last time I did a spring training stream, I broke everything, so.
Aww. What'd you do?
That wasn't my fault. We use like an Amazon web server to store all the game data, and it was full. And so I tried to upload to it, and it was like, nope, it's full. But me having just streamed my first ever game, I was like, oh god, I broke everything. This is all my fault.
I broke it.
All went pretty well. I found out my fumble bumble and home run keys were skipping the scenes, which is not good to skip a home run scene by putting up the home run thing. So I'll have to play around with that and see if I can figure out a way to get it to let me hotkey it without advancing.
See, like I said, or like you said, actually, spring training for us too.
Yep, absolutely. For those
All right. Well, as we upload this, thanks everybody for coming.
Yeah, I was just gonna say for those of you who are new here, since we have so many casters and so many people who play around with the file, all we're doing right now is basically uploading the file, so that the other casters and the guys who go in and put in updates and stuff can get into the file and make the changes. It takes about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think what is it? You got to pay Hummus like $50K for the live file?
Oh yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. That's all it takes. Obviously, we're kidding. Hummus is the unimpeachable, most dedicated member commissioner, and we will not besmirch his good honor.
See, I don't know about that MDM though. I think that MDM should have gone to Enoch again. I had a different first place vote. If I actually voted. Love you, Hummus.
Enoch does a lot for us. And I think he'll have an easier job going forward. I know I've tried to take a little bit off his plate, and we just stood up the audit team, which is huge. I mean, they found a ton of mistakes, and they've really been doing a great job. So hats off to the audit team. It's been a huge success. I know most of you guys don't see behind the scenes, but they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, if you mess up an update or two when you start, I mean, that's like you're starting, so don't worry about it. Like I screwed up my first like 2 updates.
Sure. And I mean,
like my 5th update, I banked the whole damn thing because I'm an idiot and I only copied 1/2. So I copied the TPE I earned, but I didn't freaking copy what I actually put it to.
We're all human, we all make mistakes. We're all volunteers here. We're all just trying to do our best to help everyone else have a good time. So mistakes are bound to happen, and the audit team's just doing a great job of correcting some of those.
Yeah.
LBG, glad to have you. You're welcome for the great stream. We definitely ran a little longer than we intended, but we were having fun. I mean, we were looking up things like what is a group of armadillos called, so it's really our fault.
Yeah, Gerwin, I don't know if you're still here, but got to throw that clip in there somewhere and get that on the Twitter.
Yep.
That was really funny. Like, I really did not think that was called a roll.
Yeah, we double checked. Surprising to me too, but it's fun. It's like a murder of crows, right? As we start finishing the update here.
Yep. So what's the rest of your weekend look like, Danny B?
Oh, tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm like a full-time employee of a company, and I am also a full-time online student. So Sunday's my big like homework day. I'll just be
Oh.
sitting here with a cup of coffee and busting out some essays. I think I have some midterms due, so
What are you studying?
I am getting a Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity. I'm
Ooh.
like 95 credits deep, so hopefully by this time next year I won't be doing it anymore.
Hey, that's a good paying job and a high demand job. Good for you.
Yep, it's not too bad.
Hey, so I just bought this new computer. Can you protect me from viruses?
Actually, Windows Security or Microsoft Defender or whatever they're calling it these days does a decent job if you just leave it on and let it scan. But I guess you have a Mac, don't you? So you're safe anyway. Nobody makes viruses for Macs. It's not where the money's at. As I pull
What do
up.
you think of the league CCing the entire league in an email?
It was a mistake. The commissioner apologized for it. I mean, my bigger gripe is that like the site is unencrypted, so like your password on the site gets sent over an unencrypted stream. But it's really not that big a
Wait,
deal
what?
as long as you're not using the same password for the site as you use for things like your bank account.
Interesting. All at once, thousands of people go change their password.
It's a good reminder that if the website ever says HTTPS, it means that your traffic is sent unencrypted. So anything you're sending on that website is interceptable and decipherable.
Huh. So I shouldn't have put my social security number in PBE?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely don't want to do that one.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm
Oh, I
kidding.
know, I know. Sorry if I'm bursting any bubbles here.
Gurin's like, I gotta go do a thing real quick. I'll be right back.
And the index should be updated here. And it is.
Oh, it said preseason begins. I got scared as hell.
Nope, I think we're good here. Because that's from March 21st, and the current date is April 16th, like we said. So that'll be
Cool.
it for
Bingo,
us.
bingo.
I think we're gonna sign off here, as we went well over instead of doing any late game commentary. We appreciate y'all watching. Those of you who stuck around to watch us update, help us stay honest here.
Yep.
And with that, we'll see you next time. Looking forward
Adios.
to week 1. Bye bye.